With personality, look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain the same or similar results.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good? All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Monday, January 8th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the Golden Globes disaster to the judge faces the jumping felon again, and a man, a hole, and a shocking mistake, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Good day.
Hello, Joe Seeley.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch this show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all.
How are you,
Anything
bud?
exciting this weekend for anybody, huh?
Yesterday, beautiful day, went to a market, spent so much money on vintage clothes.
Well, okay, this is new. You
Cool.
went vintage clothes shopping at a market yesterday?
Yes, and it was lovely, but gosh, those prices, inflation has hit the vintage market.
How much did you spend?
I spent, first of all, I'm very proud of my bartering.
Right.
My am I using
negotiation skills?
Exactly, because
so you were wheeling and dealing with these people. You weren't just accepting what they said as the price. You were like, hang on.
I'm like, how about this? And they're like, no, how about this? And I go, how about this cash? And so I saved a bunch of money, but I did spend around $150.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, come on.
Great clothes. I got a one
my wife blew you out of the water at Costco yesterday.
Okay. Well, you're set for the year, I'm sure.
Yeah, you could do it there. Yesterday, Courtney and I, on a whim, were like, you know what? Let's go see that Aladdin Broadway play.
Oh, I want to go so bad.
And we went to see it, and it was amazing. I know Amy, who's going to join us in about an hour here on the show, she interviewed the guy who plays Genie, who is crazy good.
Isn't he from the actual Broadway in New York? I feel like I've seen that guy in a viral video where they did it on the subway or something.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, they did something with that before. I vaguely recall what you're talking about. They were all together singing on the subway.
Stuck, so they just all sang, never had a friend like me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, like a viral moment between all of them. It was really good, man. And I hadn't been to something like that in a while. And what's funny is when we go to a Broadway show like that, we're like, we really like these. And we look at the calendar, we're like, we're going to this one, and we're going to this one.
We're Broadway people now.
It's like, will we go to any of these? I don't know. But, you start planning to go to Jagged Little Pill and Peter Pan. And it's
you should. I've heard such good things about that one.
It's so weird to think that there would be a musical where all the music is Alanis Morissette music. Because, the Tina Turner one, there's a lot of rock and roll in there and a lot of, happier stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if all the music is Jagged Little Pill, you're like, how's this going to go?
It's a little angsty, that's an angsty album, and I think that'll do it to you.
You should look into the season tickets. You get season tickets, so you get you usually do the same night every time of the run, and you get the same seats.
I'm not ready for this commitment. I don't know. It just sounds like too much.
Let's
How
go
much does
as
that
far
cost?
as talking about it, okay?
Is that like $1,000 or something? How much is it?
I want to say $500 or $600. I don't know. Ashley has them. I don't know.
And you get to go to all the Broadway shows that come?
You get to go to the Broadway series, and then usually they have a couple. I think this Aladdin was an add-on because it was part of the series a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Just like I think last year Hamilton was an add-on or something like that. Whenever I went, and so you get your core your list of shows for the year, and they have a big ceremony. I think Jack has hosted it before, where they
really
where they announce what the season's going to be and which shows you're getting, and then what your add-ons are going to be. Usually there's a decent run of shows.
Yeah, the problem is I'm into Broadway today, but I don't know about next Thursday or.
Yeah, that's why I need you to get the season tickets so that when you figure out that you're like, I don't want to watch Mean Girls the musical, you'll be like, all right, I'll go.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the Golden Globes, folks.
Big show.
Is it what I think it is?
Show of hands, who watched last night? Anybody tune into the Golden Globes?
I have no hands.
No hands. No hands showing on the show today. I did not watch it either. I've only seen the clips today. So when I say that the Golden Globes was a disaster, I'm going to need those of you who actually watched it to weigh in on whether it was or whether it wasn't. But it seemed to me like basically they said, all right, we're going to do the Golden Globes. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to host tonight?
I got to say the same. I found it to be, Joe Coy?
Yeah. I mean, I know of
Good
him.
for him.
I know. I've
You
heard
almost
his name
said, who
before.
is he? You know who Joe Coy is.
I know who Joe Coy. I was wondering, how did he end up getting the Golden Globes hosting gig?
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a minute.
And he pops up and he starts doing his monologue at the Golden Globes, and it is just not working, friend. Like he is trying the best he can. What was the part you were mentioning, C-Lane, that you were thinking could be the opening clip?
Just any of the monologue. I haven't seen a second of this aside from a couple of people like starting to accept. I saw like a sizzle reel of people accepting the awards. I didn't see any of the opening jokes.
So he goes up there, and you know you're in trouble when you're the host of a show like this, the Golden Globes, and you start like defending yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, the joke falls flat, and you're like, I only had 10 days. I only had 10 days to get ready. They're not all going to be funny, everybody. It's like, ooh.
Didn't he start to blame the writers as well?
Yes. He said, I didn't write that one.
Guy.
He's throwing everybody under the bus that he could. Here's a sample. Like the room
That's
is
really
real cool.
bad. Did you even read the script before he started?
And you're like, do you think that the room full of super rich, super famous Hollywood actors is going to laugh at something at the expense of like
themselves?
Oh yeah. Like, do you think they're going to go for that? And then, so I think he just starts backpedaling.
Some I wrote, some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, that one wasn't me. That was a stinker. So,
oh my God, he's
I like it.
Really drowning.
He's mad now. Like that was legit anger, right?
Hold on. Has anybody asked the question why 10 days before the Golden Globes they gave him the hosting gig? Like,
because no one wanted it.
But I mean, like, somebody would have taken it a month before.
Sure, yeah, I would think so.
Like, who dropped out?
What's the problem with doing it? Is it that you're like afraid that you're going to ruffle too many feathers and get into a Ricky Gervais situation? And then
I don't see the problem. I mean, unless you get Kevin Harted.
Oh my God. I got to tell you, I started to Google it, and the first thing that comes up is who was supposed to host as they suggested. So I think a lot of people were wondering who was supposed to do it instead of Joe.
He's the backup kicker. They said, bring him in. There's some folks saying, I like his style. I think he's funny. I'm just saying right there, he sounded like he legitimately got angry. Like he was like, I only had 10 days. What do you expect? Shut up.
Perfect monologue? Yo, shut up.
Shut up. Did not go
He got
great.
more of a laugh with that shut up than he did with the character actor.
They're uncomfortable.
And then I guess he made this joke about Taylor Swift, which she responded to by staring blankly at him and sipping her champagne that was in front of her,
Was that
wine.
part of the bit, you think?
I don't think so. None of this seemed to land
rough,
that
man.
much. My favorite thing, though, okay, I know this is a tiny, tiny, tiny thing, all right? But my favorite thing about the Golden Globes is James Marsden got a nomination finally and won. I think he won the award. I don't know if he won or not, but he was nominated for playing himself in that jury duty.
Oh, nice.
Good for him.
And I was like, oh, of all the things, like, I'm sure James Marsden has taken all of these acting gigs, and you would know his face probably if you saw him, right? And I was taking all of these acting gigs, I'm sure, and he never thought the one where he pretended to, where he played himself in a fake jury reality show would have been it.
When you Google his name and you see the stuff that he's been in and the stuff that he definitely wasn't going to get the nod for, like 27 Dresses or Sex Drive, whatever that was, Hairspray.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's had major enough roles. The ones that he's like the biggest star in are I think he's in a lot of those Christmas movies.
Yeah, he is.
It's a lot of rom-coms. But he was great in that jury duty, I'll tell you that.
He was, and that's a difficult thing. That's
hilarious.
a tough role. And so it's just James Marsden is James Marsden getting one of the nods there for the Golden Globes. And I love how they keep doing this thing where they're like, here's Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, and oh boy, Ben Affleck doesn't look happy once again. And here's Ben Affleck walking down the red carpet. Wow, what's he so upset about? And I always think to myself, like, maybe Ben Affleck just hates the paparazzi. Maybe he just hates the paparazzi. And every time he goes down the red carpet, they're like, "What's the matter, Ben? Why aren't you smiling, Ben?" And you hear all the camera clicks going off, one after another.
Your life, Ben. Come on.
Just saying that.
Ben, why are you miserable? Ben, you're thinking about committing suicide tonight.
Oh,
Ben,
Jesus.
just like shouting all these things at him. He's just walking down the red carpet, for God's sake. I doubt he's that miserable. He's married to Jennifer Lopez. It seems like things are on the up and up, man.
But it's like you have to go in smiling like, I don't know, whoever smiles all the time, Mickey Mouse style.
Yeah.
And then he'll look freakish. They're like, what kind of drugs is Ben on? Because he hasn't stopped smiling for 40 days.
Can you imagine? Like, it just.
No. I mean,
God.
I can a little bit because I have gotten the, just because I'm walking into a 7-Eleven without a full smile and all teeth, it's like, you should smile more, beautiful. What's going on? Why are you upset? I'm like, leave me the hell alone, man.
Imagine that, but like all the time.
Yeah, with cameras.
With cameras in your face. Like, why are you miserable, man? What's going on? Oh, leave me alone. Okay, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff on the show today. We've got more from the Golden Globes, and we got to get into what's happening with this Alaska Airlines flight that we talked about where the side of it just blasted out. There's so many more updates about that this weekend. We're going to get into that next. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Delays through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Delays on State Road 429 approaching Florida's Turnpike Ramp Junction. And the roadways are reduced to one lane due to road construction on Florida's Turnpike northbound and southbound between Canoe Creek Service Plaza and Three Lakes Toll Plaza. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then, Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can end the painful finger sticks with a new CGM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you test and inject daily, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-817-2974. 800-817-2974. 800-817-2974. That's 800-817-2974.
Crayola Creativity Week starts January 22nd to celebrate creativity and engage kids all around the world in creative learning. With celebrity creators, hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways, it's easy and free to participate. Register today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Save time and money with the PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $22.60. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What'd your mom pack you for lunch?
Let's see, a turkey sandwich, chips, and... oh, fresh from Florida strawberries.
I'll trade you for some string cheese.
Sure. Here's my sandwich and my chips.
No, I want the Florida strawberries.
Seriously? No way.
Can I throw in my juice box?
You can throw in your lunchbox. You're not getting my Florida strawberries.
Pack the snacks your kids want to eat. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
How about my new sneakers?
Nope.
These earbuds?
Nope.
My backpack?
Nope.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert. I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 70s Rock Ride, Pink Floyd, Eagles, Van Halen, Tom Petty, Zeppelin, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 70s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
We'll get to you and your dispatches in just a moment. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to leave those. I saw a lot of people this morning who were talking about Robert Downey Jr. at the Golden Globes because when he was up there giving his speech, he's like, yeah, just took a beta blocker, so this should be a breeze up here. And everybody started talking about this, and I thought to myself, I've heard of them. I've been advertised them heavily. I've never taken a beta blocker in my life. And I don't know if it's if it really actually works or if it's like some hocus pocus stuff.
From what I understand, it works, but I have not beta blocked myself.
A lot of people swear by it. They're like, if you have to do a public speech, which, let's be honest, for anybody, including us, can be something that's a little stressful, and you're worried about this, you don't want to mess up, you don't want to say something stupid, and you go up there with a lot of stress on you. Or he took a beta blocker, and he's like, here we go, this is going to be easy breezy, and people started reacting to this. I saw one person saying he should stay away from drugs because he's got drug problems.
I thought he was on drugs before.
He was on drugs before, but this is a beta blocker.
Nobody abuses beta blockers.
All right. And beta blocker sending him down the spiral of doing all of the drugs once more doesn't seem like a likely outcome here. But most people were like, yep, that's what I do. That's what I do when I give speeches as well. Alicia on YouTube says it's a blood pressure medication. Yes,
it can be.
But
it can be. Actually, my wife just stopped taking the beta blocker version of blood pressure medication, but that's what they give you if you are pregnant, because some of the other hypertension medication doesn't gel well with pregnancy. So any of the things that end in lol, metoprolol, propranolol, labetalol, stuff like that.
And this kind of thing is not just used for the blood pressure stuff. I guess it's also used for one of the side effects of it is it relaxes you, calms you down, makes you less jittery and nervous and all that. If you've tried it out, hit us up with the dispatch. Let us know if Robert Downey Jr. is on to something here. Because, man, is it in my feeds. They know that I don't want to talk in front of a crowd of people, I guess. Or they think so, because they just keep serving it. With beta blockers, help people interact normally in society, Sean. Take one of these. Okay, fine. Calm down. We'll see if I should get one. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. All right, let's talk about this Alaska Airlines flight, because this is wild, man.
So much anxiety watching that.
And we were very confused when we started talking about this on Friday, I think, because at first it looked like a window got sucked out of the plane, or like an emergency exit, right? It looked like the shape of the emergency exit got sucked out of the plane.
It's definitely a door, right? It was a door?
No, it was a plug. That's what they called it. They said a door plug.
Door plug. It looked like, the shape of it, once you saw the outside, was a straight up emergency door. So that leads me to ask, there's plugs that look just like that? So anybody in any seat could have that sucked out?
Or I don't want to know the answer to that question.
Neither do I.
Was the case that there used to be a door there and they plugged it up because they decided they didn't have use for that door?
It could be. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. That's what we got to figure out as we go through this, because they keep calling it a door plug. And as this plane was flying, I think it was like 15,000 feet or so, or above 10,000 at the very least, and it pops out, and obviously the oxygen masks dump down. We were going over some of the pretty insane details on Friday, and I think that we had said several people's cell phones were sucked out when this
right out of their hands.
Opened. Yep, right out of their hands. A baby's shirt got sucked off. I don't even quite understand that.
Rephrase that.
Yeah, a little phrasing.
A baby was separated from its shirt because of the suction from this door plug falling off. And it caused chaos on the plane. Tammy on YouTube says, Wasson, the plane was configured with less doors due to seating capacity. So that
sounds like what I said. We decided we have no use for this door. Let's plug it.
Yeah.
I, for one, would just keep the door there.
Well, the big concern is, first, Alaska Airlines, they grounded all of these planes that they had in their fleet. And then Boeing said that, hey, everybody else should probably do the same thing, because all the other planes are susceptible to this happening. So if you're flying on one of these Boeing 737 MAX 9s, it could also happen to you if there was one of these door plugs on it, which is scary as hell. Now, here's where we go into Crazyville. All right, here's where we go into Crazyville. They were at, like I said, 14, 15, 16,000 feet flying around. Boom, giant hole in the plane the size of an emergency exit door.
obviously that is winds going around, and you've got like what's it called where the oxygen pressure, like the pressure is different on the inside and outside of the plane.
Depressurization.
Yeah, so it depressurizes. There's a lot of force going on.
They got the masks on, right?
The masks on, and as it drops, like I said, these people's iPhones, their cell phones, right out of the plane. Somebody found one of the cell phones still working.
Oh, good.
Hit the ground, dropped 16,000 feet, according to some of these stories, and they picked up the iPhone off the ground, and it was still working.
That says a lot, and they're going to use that in their next commercial without a doubt.
Oh, yeah, they definitely will. If they can get away with that without looking bad, they will. Because I used to stand up on the couch. I've seen Courtney do it. I've seen Courtney drop one from knee height onto the ground, right on the corner. Whole thing breaks, just shatters, and you can't even use it anymore. It's totally busted. This thing fell like 16,000 feet. Here's the story from, this is KCAL Los Angeles, CBS.
Well, breaking news, the NTSB revealing new details in Friday's Alaska Airlines accident when a plugged door flew off mid-flight. Assignment editor Mike Rogers has been following this from the very start. Mike, in the last hour, we heard from the NTSB again. So what's the update?
Yeah, Leslie, a lot of new information came out of this, and I want to start by talking about what they called an auto pressurization fail light.
That sounds bad.
That light illuminated in the cockpit.
Yeah, guess what? There was an auto pressurization fail light. Bloop, 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 lighting up in the cockpit. They said, we'll be fine.
No big deal.
We're good. No big deal. Let's get up in the air and we'll be all right. They, I guess, ignored this bleeping light or blinking light or whatever you want to call it and flew anyways. And then you know what happened after that.
3 times before Friday's accident, including Thursday and Wednesday. Remember, this accident happened Friday. Now, the NTSB wants to be clear.
Please pause. The warning light was 2 times that week until they took it off again on Friday?
Wednesday, light goes off. The pressurization light goes off. That's weird. Thursday, light goes off. Pressurization light. Friday, all right, here we go. Let's get in the air.
That's bad.
Oh, they owe people some free tickets.
Yeah.
I think they might, yes.
Pressurization light was checked by maintenance each time, cleared, and the aircraft was cleared to return to service. Although they say Alaska did put a warning on it, not allowing it to fly over the ocean to Hawaii.
Great.
If that light came back on, it could land at the next nearest airport. Meanwhile, they also talked about the damage to the aircraft. Remember?
Listen to that, okay? So they put a warning flag on this exact plane that said it cannot fly to Hawaii. Why? Because we think there's something might be wrong with it here, and you can't emergency land in the ocean, obviously. So that's a problem. But we will still fly it around. I mean, we'll cruise around in the United States, and as long as we have some sort of airport that we can stop at, we are good to go. I am seeing some problems here.
This happened, and the plug came off in row 26. There was nobody sitting in seats 26A and 26B.
Thank
and the more
God.
you learn, the more thankful everyone is nobody was sitting there. I want you to listen to what they had to say tonight about the damage to those seats.
26A was torqued, so was 25A.
Torqued? That sounds bad.
Headrests on 25A and 26A were gone. The
Sucked
seat
right out.
back on 26A is also missing. The tray table on the back of 26A is also missing.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine if you were walking down the plane and you're like, where should we sit? 26? Row 26 looks pretty good. And no. Let's go a little further back. We don't want that one. Let's go further back. And you see, that's what happened to those 2 seats.
So safe to say, in a weird way of putting it, that had someone been sitting there, they would have been sucked out of the plane.
It seems to me that that's what they're hinting at. I mean, like they could have been. It could have been pulled right out of this thing.
Yeah, you can just kind of think about the sheer amount of force that was from that. They called this event explosive. The cabin door, the cockpit door, rather, blew open when this all happened and blew with such force, it became jammed against the lavatory door at the front of the aircraft.
Oh, great.
And then had to try to manually force that door shut. They say after the 3rd time it finally did. There was no structural damage to the aircraft, but, now they're trying to find door that blew off.
There was structural damage to the aircraft.
It was missing.
There's a friggin' hole in
it. There's no structural damage. I can see into the plane. There's not supposed to be a hole there. That seems structural to me. I agree with you on this one, Sela.
The side of the aircraft. And while they haven't found that, I want to show you photos of what they have found. Cell phones that came out of the aircraft. This one
screen isn't even broken.
Why?
On the
Because
iPhone.
they have a protector on it. You could see it.
They had this thing fall out of the plane, and the person was able to somehow open the phone, and they showed that their Alaska Airlines baggage receipt was on this phone to kind of prove that the phone was from this flight and fell all the way to the ground. That is like, I mean, if you get your phone back after that, that phone has survived something serious. I mean, a lot of us are like, my phone fell in the toilet one time. I dropped it, fell off the counter onto the ground. This is catastrophic, and there was a success here. We're going to get into more of this in just a moment because there's more about the other things that dropped out of this plane and what was responsible for all of this. We got to talk about that. We got Amy K coming up, and we got the Miami police responding about that giant alien that was possibly wandering around Miami. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, everybody. Good Monday to you. Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope your weekend was great. Time now for a look at the forecast for today. Highs near 70. Mostly cloudy. Coolish day out there with a few isolated showers or sprinkles poking around for the PM. Looks like a chance about 10 to 20%. Mostly cloudy, breezy tonight, mid-60s. It's a Fox 35 Storm Alert Day on Tuesday for the afternoon hours. Warm highs near 80 with shower and storm risk on the rise at 90%. Some of those storms locally strong. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best. He made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing, but it's none of those things when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with the broker, but you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com. Chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and of course, direct access to the expert himself. So get the process started today with a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park. Featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Men, suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? Frustrated taking pills that don't work? Here's a message from Premier Men's Medical Center.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough treatments with men lasting longer than ever without pain or surgery.
Call now. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results right in the office. Call Premier Men's Medical Center now. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
Hey, you're up next. My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight. Here, try these. Vicks VapoCool Drops. Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors. Ooh, I can already feel it. I told you. So, you ready? I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Crazy Alaska Airlines flight where a giant chunk of the plane just kind of fell off, got sucked out, and caused everybody inside to have panic attacks, as you could imagine, and everybody outside to have panic attacks. Florida Scratcher on YouTube says, "These stories justify my decision to never fly on a plane. I hate it." Yeah, this will turn some people off. This will make some people go, do I really want to get on the plane when they got these door plugs that are like the sides of an emergency exit door that are just getting sucked out of the plane? I don't know.
That would be like saying you heard of a car exploding and you're like, never going to drive again.
Yeah, I mean, look, you should explore the world if you can, but this is, I mean, let's get it fixed, please. Let's see what we can do about this. Another crazy detail in a moment, but take a look at this. When you see the phone that they found, somebody's iPhone, I believe it's an iPhone, fell out of the flight and fell 16,000 feet and landed near Portland on the ground. Some guy finds it. You see what it says up here in the corner? It says SOS on the phone. And I'm guessing that the phone just realized that it dropped 16,000 feet and
help me.
I'd be curious.
Abruptly stopped.
I'd be curious if the phone, because the phone has, I don't think it has an altimeter in it. But I mean, the SOS might be because of the collision of the phone hitting the ground.
Wouldn't that mean then
it doesn't work?
It probably dialed 911 because it automatically dials 911 unless you stop it if you're in an accident, I think, question mark.
It could have.
Yeah, so it says
This
SOS
is the story we want to read. We want to know more about this phone. Screw the plane.
Okay, here's the thing. We can only focus on the phone. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. You know why? This is not great. They got a lot of problems over at Alaska Airlines and their parent company. Their stock is not doing so well right now, nor is Boeing stock. So they say officials from the NTSB, that's the National Transportation Safety Board, they announced that both flight recorders of Alaska Airlines cockpit voice recorder have been sent to its lab in Washington, D.C. Well, that's good. That makes sense. We've got an incident here. We want to send in the black box, send in the cockpit voice recorder. Let's see what the pilots were saying, what was going on in there. What can we learn from all the data stored on there? However, let me remind you that they have already sent this. It's at the lab. The data was mistakenly overwritten because nobody turned it off.
Okay.
As reported by the NTSB. They said, quote, there's nothing on it. So
who had that one job?
I don't know, but I guess what you're supposed to do is if there's an emergency, you like hit something and then it saves whatever's there. Otherwise, it'll write over it.
That's insane to me.
But that seems a little contradictory to what you need the black box to do in the first place. Because what if part of the emergency is something that would prevent somebody from hitting the button?
Yeah.
So
like a catastrophic failure.
Yeah, but say we do like a Payne Stewart kind of situation where I think what they eventually determined was it was a pressure issue or something, but it was like everybody on board that plane, passed out, died.
Yeah.
Who's hitting the button? Nobody's hitting the
there.
button. So you gotta, at what point does the black box decide, like, hey, I'm not going to overwrite this thing anymore?
This says data was mistakenly overwritten because nobody turned it off. As reported by the NTSB, they said there's nothing on it right now. Very, very frightening stuff. Also, I would be calling out finders keepers on this one because a teacher in Oregon found the airplane panel, that door plug that blew out mid-flight, and it landed in his yard.
I don't think you can call finders keepers on that.
It was up on
you
eBay
should be
for a little
able
while.
to. Was it really?
I think it was a fake listing,
No,
but there was one up on eBay. And it was like Alaska Airlines door plug. I saw a screenshot of the listing. They said, I'm excited to announce we have found the door plug. NTSB chair
We're going to just
Jennifer
put it back
Hamilton
on with
said,
some duct tape, call it a day?
Yeah, it'll be good. That's all you need. You can get that all set up and ready to go. A lot of just very concerning things going on here.
Yeah, I'm going to postpone my trip to Alaska.
I'm going to make sure I don't get on with it. The Boeing 737 MAX 9 is not on my good list right now. What was the one that was having those problems previously? That was a MAX 2, wasn't it?
I believe so.
I don't remember if it was this exact model, but there was a Boeing 737 MAX that had some major issues, and they had to ground all of them while they fixed it. And
the problem is if I Google 737 MAX right now, it's just going to bring me more stories about Alaska Airlines.
Yeah, you just see this mess up, not the previous one. Let's see what they said. Here's the press conference where she talked about how some of the seats and stuff got sucked right out of the plane.
Make sure that you had all this information real time. I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did
Bob.
somebody woo when she said that? I'm excited to announce we found the door plug. This is her. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug.
One woo.
Bob, I will not give you Bob's last name, but
why not?
Bob contacted us at witness@ntsb.gov with 2 photos of the door plug.
Thank God.
And said he found it in his backyard. Thank you, Bob. Please, I will reach out to you so that so that I can thank you myself. And I do really want to thank Rolando Garcia from Special Operations for the NTSB, and Zoe Kelleher who is a senior accident investigator for...
All right, I know you want to thank all these people, but can we maybe talk about how we're going to stop this from happening again?
Yeah, who can we do the opposite of thanking and, perhaps give them a good slap on the wrist?
Yeah, we're doing the applause. Who do we boo at? Who do we boo and hiss at? That's what we're gonna have to focus on them, I think.
Aviation at the NTSB as well. They really searched all day. Yesterday, they did quite
What's the
a
point
lot
of the
work.
search? It's broken.
So we
They wanted to find the door, but they didn't find it until Bob sent the email in.
are really pleased that Bob found this.
Thanks, Bob.
Picture. I can just see the outside of the door plug from the pictures, the white portions.
Oh, my God,
see
this
anything
press
else.
conference.
It seems like this press conference is like Joe Coy's performance at the Golden Globes.
I didn't write it, you guys. I didn't write it.
Just off the cuff.
Just here doing my job.
So this is the 737 MAX 9. It looks like the problem that they had before was with the MAX 8. It was the one before it.
But Max 10 is definitely going to kill it. I know it.
In 2018, and that started all the way back in 2016. Well, that's when they were changing around some of the features of the Max series. But in 2018, in October, one of the Max 8s crashed after takeoff, killing 189 on board. And then Boeing started redesigning the MCAS system right after the incident. You guys ever watch that?
You didn't want to read the rest of that
after the incident, right after the accident. But that's what the purpose of that Boeing documentary was, and I don't know. I would imagine you guys are not the type to watch that documentary.
How dare you? I did not know. No
Okay,
way.
I didn't either. No,
I liked it. But you guys.
Was it about just like how it's super dangerous to fly in a Boeing plane?
It was like how the changes at Boeing allowed for that, and there's a lot of the people that used to work for Boeing. Like if I had to work there, it never happened. And we inspected every part by hand, and it was kind of I wouldn't call it one-sided necessarily, but it leaned because there was a lot of people that they interviewed that were like, this was definitely because of changes made to save money, and the safety has suffered because of it.
Cutting corners, and now we got planes just dropping pieces off out of the sky. Let's go to you. Let's see what you are up to. A lot of dispatches coming through, and you could send yours. Please do. We'll be gentle. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send yours now. Just like Kurt. Here's Kurt's dispatch.
Oh. All right, over and out.
He's on the plane. He's on a Boeing 737 right now.
His phone got sucked out.
Kurt is dropping all the way to the ground, I think. We'll go over to Jazzy Josh. And
phone goes into SOS mode. It just means you're not connected to a network, but you can still make emergency calls. For some reason,
is that what it is?
My phone will do that every now and then, and I have to restart it, and it goes away.
Okay, so he's saying it's just about the phone not being connected to any towers or something, and then it just uses like a backup. There's Marty saying maybe the same thing.
On iPhones, the SOS only means that it's not getting a regular signal from Wi-Fi or from the towers, but you can still send an SOS message if you need to.
How does it do that then? How's it sending that? Through satellite?
The newest iPhones have like a satellite deal where you can send some messages.
All right, can I pay a little extra to get that kind of reception all the time?
Yeah. Like as a backup, like so your phone works? Because I know I just
don't know
saw
that the
something
bandwidth is like enough for it.
For a phone call, even
maybe. I think it's very because it's a lot of it's for like people who are like hiking out of the mountains and stuff. A lot of those really extreme iPhone and Apple Watch features are for like sporty people. They're not for us.
Those. No, I don't need those at all.
They're for people who are gonna like travel out into places that don't have cell phone service and they have the satellite recovery.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you can just like do a straight up, maybe as a phone call, but messages and like GPS coordinates is the most important part.
Well, at least they have that. Let's go over to Elizabeth.
Hey, News Junkies. I heard from another news agency on TV this morning.
Did she just
that
call us
the
a news
plug
agency?
Is where you have the option of putting in another door, but they didn't put in a door. This was a brand new plane. It just went in service in October. So it was a brand new plane. It was just an extra feature that you could have put a door there if you wanted to. If not, they just plugged that up. That's what that is. Have a good day.
Michael 7, who knows quite a bit about planes, is saying on YouTube, this could possibly be Alaska Airlines' fault, not Boeing. Airlines do their own maintenance, so it may have been on them. But they did say that the other models or the other planes that they had that were this model were possibly in danger of this happening too. Somebody named Josh Pinkman on Twitch says, I heard that SOS means you can't make normal calls, but you can still send emergency messages. This is information just from me exclusively.
Original knowledge from me, no one else.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Truly appreciate it. We're going to be talking to...
Speaking of airlines doing their own maintenance, wasn't Alaska the one where the maintenance guy just took off and flew around for a while before he crashed into an island or something?
That was amazing, man. And that guy was so chill considering the circumstances. If you don't know this story, there's actually audio of this, the air traffic control audio of this.
That was Horizon Air. But operating for Alaska Airlines.
And the dude stole the plane. He stole the plane right off the tarmac. And he's flying it around. He's talking with the air traffic control person. He's like, I'm probably going to do a couple loop-de-loops and just plow it into the ground if you don't mind.
Yeah, I took the plane. All right.
And then he does. He flips it a couple times and just points it right at the ground. And, I mean,
that's a way to go out.
Yeah, if there's an instant death out there, that's it. That's the one. If you take a plane and point it at a mountain, just go full speed into it. If you survive that and you're just sitting in the wreckage in pain, I'd almost be pissed off. I'd almost be upset at making it through that. Who else is upset and probably going to be on edge today? The judge in Las Vegas that guy flew at, Judge Holthus is her name, and she was the one who was at her courtroom when she was sentencing this dude, and she went to give him a heavier sentence because he had been softballed before, and this guy came flying at her, just diving at the judge, full speed ahead.
It was a very impressive leap.
It was.
But I can't imagine how scary that was, because it took 3 guys to take him down.
It did, and they were so weird about their response. It was very ineffective, the response that they used against this guy. Now he's going to be back in her courtroom facing her once more.
Strapped down, I hope.
I would hope so. That's the question I was wondering. Diabra Redden is his name, and they said he's going back into her courtroom. I hope we got some shackles on old Diabra, please. I hope that we've got something that will restrain him so he doesn't dive at the judge once again. I'm guessing Mary Kay Holthus doesn't want that to happen. Okay, when we return, our lovely friend, our talented friend, Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 will be joining us on the show. We'll get all caught up with her. I know C-Lane had something he wanted to ask her as well. We always have a good time with her, and we'll do that, as always, when we come back. That plus your dispatches coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at Indiana Street. The right lane is blocked. Checking in on I-4, you could expect delays westbound through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Delays on Florida's Turnpike southbound between US 27 and approaching Hancock Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Save time and money with the aluminum fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $23.65. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License numbers C10252 and C10803.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Ford, Chevy, Ram, and GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 3 months. Got a few bumps on your credit? Not a problem. Nations Trucks has 35 lenders willing to work with anyone. Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park, featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
You made it through the holidays. Now it's time to figure out if that constant sniffle is a cold or allergies. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. I know, you're busy. Who has time to get an allergy test and go in for weekly allergy shots? At Aspire, we make it easy by providing same-day results and a treatment plan tailored just for you. Forget the over-the-counter meds. Aspire has solutions that actually work, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to MillsAir.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
.com, and you can find all the podcast links you may need over there. But right now it is Monday, and that means we get to hang out with our good friend Amy Celd from Fox 35. There she is.
Guys.
Hey, how are you?
I missed you so much.
Happy
New Year.
Yeah, how did the new year go for you? Did you party it up? What were you up to?
No, I had to work.
Oh man, I watched though. I watched you. I was feeling for you.
You did on New Year's morning. It was me and David. We had a blast. We actually had a really good time. I was like, listen, I'm going to have to work on New Year's Day. I'm with David. We're going to have fun. And we did. It was awesome.
What time did you have to get there?
Let's see. Well, we actually did a 2-hour special. We normally start at 4 a.m., but we did a 2-hour special because it was New Year's Day. So we didn't have to go on the air till 6. So we anchored from 6 to 10, which, as you guys know, 4 hours, It was good. We had fun.
Not too shabby. And to think like the crew was like, oh, good. We don't have to go at 4 a.m. We just have to be there at 6. Bless your soul.
Well, and that's the other thing. So I always forget. I know 4th of July is big fireworks. I always forget that New Year's Eve is big fireworks. So everybody's like blasting off fireworks right outside my bedroom window. So I think I maybe slept like 3 hours.
Oh, God. I don't know how you get through it. And you get through it with a smile on your face. I don't know how you do this stuff, Amy.
Big smile.
You know what? So we've got
They should get you they should get you noise-canceling headphones.
I know.
That you can set
like
a certain.
Yeah, but then you can't. What if you flip over and you're like, oh gosh, it would be so jarring,
That would be weird. But if you were able to, if they made them, and this is audio trademark right here.
All right.
If you could set a time at which the noise canceling feature just turns off. So you don't miss the alarm. Because I would never put them in if I thought I was going to miss the alarm.
Oh, that's true. You'd have to get ones that also have an alarm to go off in your ear, which that would be nice. Rude awakening.
Amy,
we start to tell you guys what happened on Saturday night. So we go to have you guys ever been to Linda's La Cantina?
This is what C-Lane wanted to ask you about. Yeah, this is what C-Lane wanted to ask you about.
I saw that you went.
So it's so good. Okay, so this restaurant's been around since 1947. So it's like this old-fashioned classic steakhouse. It's like one big giant room, big giant tables.
Yep.
They have really good sirloin steak, fillets. I mean, anyway, it was amazing. The food was delicious. But my favorite part of the night, this gal walks over to me, so sweet. I wish I could remember her name because she listens to your show every day. And she comes over and she goes, I'm so happy to meet you. She's like, I like you on TV, but I really love listening to you on the News Junkie. And it just, anytime anybody says that, it just makes my day. I'm like, I said, okay, well, make sure you listen Monday because we'll be back. So
especially those at Linda's. Nice. I mean, huge fans. C-Lane and I have always, sang our praises about them. Sean finally goes and he does not get the steak. I just got spaghetti.
What'd you get?
The spaghetti at Linda's is great. It's one of the menu
but that's all you got was spaghetti?
I got spaghetti and Amy. Other things. That's all I needed to hear.
Like what other things?
I like a salad. Little bib. Some breadsticks. Like just normal stuff that you get. See, here's the thing. What did you get? What did you order, Amy?
So I got the filet and the baked potato. And I got the bourbon shrimp, which was highly recommended. And then I got Brian and I shared the French onion soup, which was freaking amazing.
Oh my!
And then we got chocolate cake and key lime pie for dessert.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever done the dessert there. I always just I overdo it on red meat, and I just never.
It's hard to get to dessert at Linda's La Cantina because the portions are so large. You're just like, oh my God.
That's true. But I'm just mad it was my first time. And then it was interesting. I posted about it, and all these people were talking about the history and how it used to be Al and Linda's, I guess, back in the day. And then Al went away.
We don't talk
now
about
it's just
Al
Linda.
anymore.
I don't know. What happened to Al? I don't know.
Bad blood with him.
I think Linda got the restaurant in the divorce or something like that.
It sounds like that.
I don't know.
Took a big chainsaw out to the roof and cut Al's name off of it.
Oh, I was saying at the beginning of the show, Amy, I said on Sunday, Courtney and I went out and saw the Aladdin Broadway play.
Oh, yes.
And I saw that you had interviewed the genie. And
Marcus.
Man, is that dude talented.
So Courtney actually messaged me on my Instagram, and she said, so I didn't get to go see it. I saw the original version, and the original genie, who's actually from Orlando. He went to Dr. Phillips High School. He's the one who's doing it up in New York now. But we had Marcus on the show, and Courtney said he stole the show. That he was just that's how his personality is just huge in person too. He's a great guy.
You would have to have a giant personality to play this role and to pull that off. And then we get to the part of the play where they have this special effect. They're like super hush-hush about how they do this. But they have the Aladdin actor and they have the Jasmine actor both on the flying carpet singing the song as they're flying around on this magic carpet.
Wow.
And I'm watching it and I go, this is incredible. And I look over and Courtney is bawling. She is.
I love her.
And I said, are you crying? And she said, yes, I'm sure a lot of people are crying right now. And I'm like, this is amazing. I've never seen anything quite like this. It was really, that guy was.
I love
very
Courtney.
Good. Oh, she's
Where did you guys go eat the other day that you had all this like fancy food? She posted pictures of. It looked really good.
She made some stuff.
Oh, she made that stuff.
Yeah, the other night she made a couple of things, and then I ate far too much food. I'm going through some troubles right now. I'm like,
are you talking about the wedge salad? Because now that Courtney made that, Ashley comes home with the ingredients to make it too.
Oh, it's good, man. This is from Turkey and the Wolf, famous restaurant. And it was delicious, but I'm like, I quit smoking 2 weeks ago, Amy. And
I'm so proud of you, by the way.
Don't get proud yet. I'm about to buckle at any moment here.
No, you can do it. What are you doing? Are you doing the gum or
Nothing.
the patch or what?
I just
Nothing,
stopped.
just cold turkey?
Yeah, I just stopped. And
I'm so proud of you, Sean.
Well, thank you for that.
That's honestly, that's huge.
I'm a weak
You're going to
man.
add years to your life.
I'm wandering. No, I'm taking years off because I'm wandering around the kitchen nonstop, eating everything. I'm doing a new trick, okay? And this is pathetic. This is really low rung stuff, bottom of the barrel activity. I do a new trick where I will only get on my scale in my bathroom if I have nothing on, number one, and I'll jump on real quick and see the lowest number that I can and jump off because.
Oh, perfect. You just kind of tippy toe on it?
Yeah. Just like I'll try to put as little weight as possible and I go, okay, that's it.
Well, Amy, you'll be very proud of me because I removed all of the coats that I had hanging on my Peloton. And
you did?
Yes. So the next step will be to get on it. And next Monday, I'll have an update for you. Maybe.
One step at a time.
I'm impressed.
That's all it takes. One step at a time.
I got on the scale this morning and quickly got off the scale, and it said 8.8, and I went, so every time I get on this thing, it's 8 pounds in the opposite direction that I want it to be. Like,
ooh, that's,
I think there's no button on it to like zero it out.
That's a win, though. You could say I'm 8 pounds lower than I thought I was. This
still
whole
a pretty
time.
big number.
What's grabbing your attention out there today, Amy Celd?
Oh, gosh. Well, a couple big stories. So our big breaking story this morning was, for those of you who are listening in Central Florida, there was a guy who walked into the Paddock Mall 2 days before Christmas in Ocala and shot and killed a man and injured just an innocent woman who was standing in the mall at the time. The mall was packed. And they have been looking for this guy for 3 weeks, and they finally arrested him in the middle of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. They zoned in on a house about 20 miles south of Ocala in Marion County. And they wouldn't say how they found him, but they did say that somebody is going to get the reward in this case. The reward, I think, was $20,000.
Wow.
So somebody's going to get the reward in this case for finally, figuring out where this guy was. So 3 weeks, you can imagine if you lived up there and then, gosh, these poor people who were in the mall at the time, it was traumatizing for them. So, so good to see that they finally had the person they think shot and killed that guy. So that was a big headline this morning. We've got a storm alert day for tomorrow. We're expecting sort of a strong line of storms to come through. If you guys, I know you guys were probably thinking Saturday it was going to be bad. Saturday, I didn't think it was that bad. We got some rain, but but tomorrow it is supposed to be pretty significant. So we're keeping an eye on that. And then I don't know if you guys saw that Josh Allen was arrested. But not that Josh Allen. Do you guys know who Josh Allen is?
No.
Nobody knows.
He's a sports guy.
Yes, thank you. He was the guy who was throwing all those touchdown passes last night in the Buffalo Bills game against the Miami Dolphins. Okay, so this guy, his name is also Josh Allen, but I thought this was funny. So he was picked up for DUI over the weekend by Lakeland PD, and in their press release, they said Josh Allen, no, not that Josh Allen, was arrested and charged for DUI, resisting arrest. But here, I'm going to show you guys the picture I've got.
I feel bad for this guy.
This is okay. So here, this is Josh Allen, the quarterback.
Right.
You see, I've got him pulled up, and this is Josh Allen arrested.
Oh my gosh,
different.
A little bit different, yeah.
Yeah, different.
Hell of a beard though.
So, not the Josh Allen. Did you guys watch any football this weekend?
No.
I watched my fantasy football team lose again and again and again.
How'd you do, Sabrina?
Not great. I was set to win the entire league, and then that rug got ripped from under me, and I fell on my face. So, it's fine. Go Dolphins.
Amy, I don't know if you guys hit on this today, but this weekend, and Sabrina, you might have seen this video too. Did you see the video from downtown this weekend where
the tornado?
No, there was like a car that drove right into the Morgan & Morgan building, I think.
What? No, I didn't see that. Where'd you see that, Sean?
I saw it on that. There's like a 407 something Instagram with like it's kind of like the Only in Date account, but it's for the 407 area.
407.tv or something.
Yeah, 407.tv. They had some car like crash into right into the building there downtown. And I said, "What the hell?"
Has he hired an attorney yet?
No, it's very close. It's very conveniently close. Anything else we should be paying attention to?
Well, just that there was a big ULA Vulcan rocket that went up 2:20 this morning. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this is going to be the first like lunar lander back on the moon in 50 years.
Nice.
But the other thing that's cool that it's got everybody talking is the fact that they have cremated remains on board from many of the Star Trek actors who have passed away. So for big Trekkie fans, this was a big deal. That's, of course, how it got the name Vulcan, too, because they wanted it to sort of pay tribute to these Star Trek actors. There were other people whose cremated remains were on board who were not part of Star Trek, but just kind of a cool thing. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't cheap. I don't know how much it cost to send up. And it wasn't like your full remains. It was like a little sample of it. But
gotcha.
Anyway, everybody was talking about it. It was a big rocket. A lot of people said that they could feel, the earth shaking in other parts of Central Florida, even away from the Space Coast. One guy said he was at Disney and he could feel the ground move a little bit because it was a big one.
Wow. All right. Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, always a pleasure to talk to you. Happy 2024.
Love you guys.
And
so fun.
We can never get enough of Amy Caulfield. We know you feel the same. So make sure you're following along with GDO, Good Day Orlando, if you're here in Orlando each day. And no matter where you are, you can go check out a website that's part of my show prep. I know this every single morning. I'm checking it out and seeing what's going on fox35orlando.com. So thank you, Amy.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
See you
next week.
We'll see you next week, Amy Caulfield.
Are you going to be there next week on Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah, I believe
yes, we
so.
are.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, me too.
Awesome.
All right. We're just working right through it. All right. Quick break.
We love MLK. Just huge fans.
Well, we'll be back. We are diving into the world of sports next because there was somebody who was upset after the Seahawks won, right? And what they were upset about has me shaking my head over here, but I want to discuss this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon on I-4 eastbound near Kirkman Road. There's an accident. Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail southbound at Indiana Street. The right lane is blocked. There's delays on I-4 heading westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Traffic is up to speed on the Beach Line. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
$5 finger-licking deals are at your local Kentucky Fried Chicken. Choose from 3 delicious options: a 2-piece meal with a wing, breast, and buttery biscuit, a famous bowl, or a savory chicken pot pie. Only available at select participating locations. Tax extra. It's finger-licking good.
Folks, it's winter now. Like, officially, we're in winter, and a lot of you are kicking on your heaters, and that can be when you discover something just isn't right. And with us looking down the barrel of spring and summer before too long, it's a real good time to have Mills Air come over and take a look at your AC. And they can service any kind of AC out there, so you don't have to worry about, like, hey, I got a weird brand, or I have a mini split, I don't have this one or that one. They can help you out with whatever you have. And they'll not only fix any issues that you have or get you a brand new unit, a carrier unit, so you could save some money on that electric bill every month that goes up and up and up, but they can find out things before they break. They can help you out with preventative maintenance that's available. If you go to millsair.com, you can see where you could set that up, or you could just jump on the phones with them. You see, they're a carrier factory authorized dealer, and that means that Mills Air can get you access to rebates that other folks can't. And it could get you like $1,275 off a brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159. Get that AC all fixed up and ready to go, and find them online at millsair.com.
Crayola Creativity Week starts January 22nd to celebrate creativity and engage kids all around the world in creative learning. With celebrity creators, hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways, it's easy and free to participate. Register today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Giveback Study.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas. And your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. For quality fences at the best prices, go to fenceoutlet.com.
License number C10252 and C10803.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jason Williams. It was a rainy day, and I got hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over 100 miles an hour is what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Everybody that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was Morgan & Morgan. I was on hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back and said, Jason, we will absolutely take your case. As a non-tech savvy guy, any question that I had, if I called, text, or emailed, they got right back to me. They made it as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi, and a free Spectrum Mobile unlimited line, all while saving more than $700 over the competition. And with Speed Boost, your Spectrum Mobile phone will go even faster with speeds up to a gig for big speed, big reliability, and big savings. Get Spectrum One today. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Bayer, and this is my brother Jonah.
We're two siblings who love to talk about our childhood and nostalgia and how it shaped us into the people we are today.
Who are absolutely thrilled that the third season of our podcast, How Did We Get Weird, is now out on your listening wherever you listen.
Check out episodes we've done with Will Ferrell, Jenny Slate,
Weird Al Yankovic,
Jason Isbell,
Kenan Thompson.
The list goes on and on.
Be totally tubular and listen to How Did We Get Weird on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network, on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
on your wherever you listen, subscribe,
some listening device, whatever.
That's what we do for promos these days. We just leave in when there's like
when you're that loaded.
Mistake. I guess
Absolutely.
so.
Why not?
That's like that one time when our traffic guy gave up in the middle of the traffic report. You remember that?
He huffed and puffed, and then it did the swirl. Still,
I still have that. I think this. He's just chilling. He just gave up in the middle of things.
And to think that played 40 more times that day.
Yeah, my God. All right. Well, here we are. You can get our podcast links. Professionally Said, they're over at thenewsjunkie.com, and you can subscribe on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm going to preface more things that I say with Professionally Said, just so people know.
Yeah, you got to say it. Otherwise, it's like With All Due Respect that we were talking about last week, you know? Sometimes people will miss that. Professionally said and stated, I also have to come to the defense before we go into full sport hole mode here in a moment. I have to come to the defense of our friend, Mr. Jason Sudeikis, okay? Because Jason Sudeikis was at the Golden Globes last night, and he woke up to article after article insulting him, saying that he was disrespectful, saying that he was out of pocket and out of line, and how could Jason Sudeikis do this? And his grave sin here was for him to wear tennis shoes to the Golden Globes.
I'm sorry, say what?
This was his sin, was that he wore tennis shoes on the red carpet for the Golden Globes. I know, shoot him in the face. We might as well execute Jason Sudeikis for this. He also wore a sports coat with a T-shirt underneath.
Whoa, all right. Here.
I'm going to argue that
Sean's
not
go-to,
only
man.
was this fashion forward and backward, it's fashion sideways too. I'm going to argue that he looked sharp and he doesn't have to dress like everybody else does. And I'm going to argue that any man who puts on a dress shirt, and they're the most uncomfortable things in the world. You got to button that top button on your dress shirt and tie a tie around your neck, like just because everybody else has when they were getting fancy for years. You are a bunch of losers. You're lemmings. You're just following everybody else around you, and Jason Sudeikis is the man.
I think he looks
appreciate
good.
him.
He looked good. I'm looking
fine,
at a picture of him right now.
And like how unprofessional. He didn't respect the event.
I'm sorry. Take a couple steps back. You can't get on the guy for having a last-minute outfit to an event that has a last-minute host.
Mm-hmm, true. The host didn't have it together. He shouldn't either.
10 days ago.
So I watched that. I saw all these people coming down on him, and I go, oh, who cares? My God. People should be able to wear whatever they want. And I may be on this for personal reasons, okay?
Right.
There may be more to this. And it's not just about the fact that Sabrina and C-Lane both know that's my go-to dress-up outfit.
Well, I mean, it used to be. You don't even show up with the blazer anymore.
The blazer is out of rotation right now. Although I think I'm good to go with the blazer now. For a while, it was like a little snug and wasn't fitting like it should. Now I should be good to go because I'm still thinner than I've been in a very long time. And I just got this nicotine problem right now. Wow, really killing me. Anyhow, Jason Sudeikis, you looked fantastic. The reason why I felt like backing him up and supporting him in his battle today was because when we went to the Performing Arts Center to see Aladdin, I may have looked around and noticed that I was the sloppiest dressed person in the entirety of the venue.
Whoa, okay. I'm sure a lot of people noted that as well.
They probably did, yeah. I was wearing a T-shirt. Courtney looked adorable. She had a nice outfit on. She looked fantastic. She was respectable. And then I looked at her, I said, I got a T-shirt, jeans, and I got some
What
Converse
did the T-shirt
on.
say? What was it, eat trash or something? Or
no.
Eat flies?
It wasn't eat trash or flies or anything like that. I forgot which one it was.
Were you wearing your Say Perhaps to Drugs T-shirt?
I wasn't wearing that one, thank God. I was only like a stone's throw away from that one, though. I got to get some more fancy clothes this year.
Yes.
I got to get I need at least I don't have any dress shirts.
You know that we have a
I'm not
wedding
kidding.
coming up, right?
I know. And for this, obviously, I'm not going to a wedding in a T-shirt and jeans. I can't do that. So I'm going to have to re-up my closet on the fancy side. I went through it this past weekend. And I did one of those things where I'm like, never wear that shirt, never wear that shirt, never wear that shirt. And I just threw out like 20 shirts.
That's
or
on
something.
the to-do list. About to purge it up with the clothes. Because there's so many of it, which I just had them as filler. So that people come over and like, oh yeah, she does wear, something other than a jean jacket. And then I realized I'm never going to wear this ever again.
Yeah.
I look ridiculous.
I've done that too, where you go, this makes my closet look full and you're like, I'm not wearing any of these. I don't like them. What am I doing? Now my favorite thing is because we drop it in the Goodwill thing, I might end up seeing somebody else in my old shirt. So I'll be on the lookout for that.
According to this market I went to, we shouldn't be sending it over to Goodwill and instead flipping it for, 10 times more than we ever paid for it.
Very true. What a business to be in. All right, over to the world of sports, folks. We know it. We love it.
Baby.
We breathe it. We eat it. Day in, day out. Sports is what makes us move.
Delicious sports.
Yummy.
And in this case, we have a fight over the Seahawks. They are, of course, the Seattle NFL team, for those of you who aren't sports aficionados like us. And the Seahawks, they closed out their final game of 2023 in the 2023 season with a down-to-the-wire 21-20 win over the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. So they eked out a win at the last moment, but despite the fact that they got the win, they ended the year 9-8, and they missed out on the postseason. So everything's up for them this season. And there was a photograph of them that was posted on Instagram. And they were in the locker room after the game, and all of the Seahawks players were smoking cigars. And a former Seahawk player, John Ryan, saw this photo and responded as follows. The Seahawk way is a bit different these days, I guess. I could say a lot of things right now because I'm shaking with anger. But I'll just say I'm really disappointed. And it's the photo of the Seahawks guys smoking cigars after the game. And I guess his point is hey, losers, you had a bad season. You didn't make it to the playoffs. What are you doing smoking cigars like you're partying or something? And to him, I say this, friend.
You're not happy, man.
Just relax a little bit, okay?
There's a little
Enjoy your
throwback.
own life. Here's what happened. What happened was one of the players one of the players welcomed a new child into the world.
Loser.
And also, Julian Love, the New York Giants safety, he was selected for the Pro Bowl. And they were celebrating the new baby, the Pro Bowl thing, the fact that they won the game. They're smoking stogies. Who cares, man?
Blew it right into the baby's face?
They did not do that, thankfully. But like, I get it that you lost the season, but they did win the game, and they did have things to celebrate. And it wasn't just like they were smoking cigars after losing the entire season and losing every single game, and there was no reason to celebrate. I think that's a reason to celebrate. I just don't like cigars. It's not for me. I know some of you
It's
really...
too long. It's too much of it's a very long commitment.
What an investment that is, right?
And as a smoker, though, like you start getting into conversation and everyone's doing it, all of a sudden you're actually inhaling that cigar and you're dying. And it feels like you are going to die from the inside out.
And I feel like the people who actually know about cigars are going to think I'm a phony, because I am a phony when I'm smoking cigars. I have no idea what's going on. It's like when people start talking about alcohol and they'll be like, oh, Sean drinks. And it's like, yeah, I drink. But simultaneously, I don't know very much about liquor at all, or beer or wine or any of those things. And I certainly don't really care much about the fancy side of it. And people will be like, oh, got to get this. My dream is someday to have a shot of Pappy Van Winkle. And I'm like, oh, can't tell them my Pappy Van Winkle story. They're really going to look down on me here.
Well,
Can't
you had
bring
a shot
down
of it.
I had a shot of it, which I did not savor in the way that God intended, apparently.
You threw it back, you made a whole scene, you're like, this is disgusting.
I really didn't
back,
appreciate
please.
it. I am just a different kind of guy, folks. I'm the kind of guy who goes, you know what I like? I like the wine. I like barefoot wine, right? Like I like barefoot wine. I think it's pretty good. I think wine in a box is pretty solid. I think vodka, there's virtually no difference between the vodkas that are on the marketplace.
Go ahead and take a shot of that vodka that's sitting at the bar.
That may be the one exception, because no, it's Stolichnaya, or however you pronounce it.
Most people say Stoli.
Yeah, Stoli. Yeah. This is old school Stoli that our friend Kevin from Wood Concepts sent over. I don't know if we should drink it, though, because it's old. It's real old. It's like Soviet Union
old. Did you send over a
old.
Jameson too, by any chance?
Nope, just 2 bottles of this Stoli from way back when, during the USSR. And I put one up on the shelf, and the other one is here if one of you wants to grab it and try to drink that. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll get into a man who had no, we won't, actually. We'll get into the man, the hole in his dreams, and something that went terribly wrong. But we'll get into that after we do the next episode. What's coming up on the next episode?
Well, what's coming up on the next episode? According to reports, we almost had to answer the question of how are we supposed to live without Michael Bolton? James Bond apparently likes his audience shooketh, not stirred. Plus, you're never going to guess what the rapper with the song Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack got arrested for. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
You gotta get it that caper. And the caper's basically like a telephone pole, right? And you gotta get that thing straight up. And you get it straight up and get your fingers under it. I know I can lift it. That's what she said, but I just can't get it
wrong
up.
with you describing this right. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, everybody. Good Monday to you. Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope your weekend was great. Time now for a look at the forecast for today. Highs near 70. Mostly cloudy. Coolish day out there with a few isolated showers or sprinkles poking around for the PM. Looks like a chance about 10 to 20%. Mostly cloudy, breezy tonight, mid-60s. It's a Fox 35 Storm Alert Day on Tuesday for the afternoon hours. Warm highs near 80 with shower and storm risk on the rise at 90%. Some of those storms locally strong. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store. The Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is now only $990 for a limited time. Price is higher in Alaska and Hawaii. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
If you don't have access to health insurance through an employer, a navigator may be able to help you find affordable coverage through the federal marketplace. And the service is free. Visit online at coveringflorida.org.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like 70s Rock Ride, a commercial-free station featuring the best in 70s rock. Just search 70s Rock Ride and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, you're up next. My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the stage. Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's
all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And over the weekend, I watched that new Netflix stand-up with Dave Chappelle, which...
I saw it too.
Oh, did you? What'd you think?
I thought it was good. We watched it, but we couldn't remember if we had already watched it because there's been a lot of Dave Chappelle on Netflix.
Yeah.
This is the one that was in the same place that he did his first special, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and it seemed kind of a little cobbled together to me, and like the end seeed weird.
Because
and,
he has a thing with him, right? Wasn't it a deal for multiple?
Yeah.
So
he had
this was
a
like,
big deal.
Got to make my quota.
It had a little bit of that feel to it. I still think he's funny and really interesting, and a bunch of it was good. Like I liked at the beginning where he said he's not going to go after trans people in this special, and then he leaned into handicapped people for 20 minutes.
He did do the trans thing, I thought.
He did one joke at the start about it to segue over to he doesn't want the controversy. He doesn't want to be near that. He instead wants to make fun of handicapped people for 20 minutes and then got into Madison Cawthorn and all kinds of other stuff, which was a pretty funny segment of the stand-up.
What was like funny about it for me, just in like timing-wise, because it was right around, he did all these jokes about the handicapped people and how, like, you're never going to invite a handicapped person to your orgy because, you know, what are they going to do? And it was like the next couple days were like, Epstein's list is coming out and Stephen Hawking was on the island. And you're like, doing what?
Right, yeah. The timing was very, very odd there. It was not bad. I didn't think it was bad. There's parts of it that definitely had me laughing out loud. But the end I thought was a little bit, I don't know.
It wasn't like I hesitate to say worst one he ever did. It wasn't the unfunniest one he ever did. The one that he did after, when a lot of the police brutality stuff was coming. What was the
George Floyd thing?
Yeah, the George Floyd thing. That was the one, and he did one in his hometown. It was during 2020, so it was already weird because everything had to be really socially distanced. Everybody was wearing masks, and most of it was like more of like a spoken word speech than comedy.
Yeah.
And so that was, I wouldn't say the worst because then I'm downgrading the content, but that was the unfunniest
Just wasn't as funny.
one. Right.
Yeah, it was more about his commentary. You're right about that. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, freak you out. Butt stuff. Oh, butt stuff.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you, wow, by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, and everything in between, get the process started with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 18 years ago, 2006, Lee Tamahori, the director of this movie, one of them.
007, James Bond.
That is correct. Bond, James Bond. The movie Die Another Day he was the director of, and it was on this day that he was arrested in a transvestite prostitution sting.
Uh-oh.
Say that 5 times fast, and here's the real kicker. He was the transvestite prostitute.
Nice.
He was able to get the solicitation charge dropped after pleading no contest to misdemeanor trespassing. He was placed on 3 years probation and was not allowed to loiter, congregate in alleys, or accept rides with the intent to engage in prostitution. He went on to direct 2005's XXX State of the Union with Ice Cube and Samuel L. Jackson. He also did 2007's Next with Nicolas Cage. And it seems that all ended up just fine for Mr. Transvestite Prostitute. I would just love to see the mugshot, if possible. Was he still in his getup? I
Big
do not
wig
know.
And, like, makeup on and stuff.
But, like, terribly put because he hasn't had the guidance of a beautiful drag queen. Who knows? Speaking of guidance, and also full circle with my throwback for today.
007.
That is right, and Film Festival has placed trigger warnings before classic James Bond movies. It will cause offense.
Ooh.
Why?
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
Why? Because of the way the ladies are shown on screen?
This is the weirdest part. This is supposed to be a tribute to the composer, John Barry.
Yeah?
And they still gave out warnings.
They had stuff in 007, like, was it Money Pussy or whatever? And,
I'm sorry? Octopussy.
Money something.
Money Penny.
Money Penny.
Money Penny.
Some of the other names that were a little on the racier side. So I don't know.
It might be an upcoming film. Put
Money
the curtain
Pussy.
back down.
It's Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore.
Was the name of the character on the Bond film.
I knew there was a pussy in there. I just didn't know where it was, whether it was located by money or
Depicted in the Pussy Galore was depicted in the films. What's the Mike Myers one?
Austin Powers?
Yeah, in the Austin Powers as a lot of vagina.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah.
So these screenings, two of them were going to be the Sean Connery Bond films, like You Only Live Twice and Goldfinger. The disclaimer that can be found on BFI's website says that many of these films contain language, images, or other content that reflect views prevalent in its time, but will cause offense today as they did then. The website added the titles are included here for historical, cultural, or aesthetic reasons, and these views are in no way endorsed by the BFI or its partners. So everything's all covered. I guess Midnight Cowboy contained homophobic language and sexual violence. Petulia contained scenes of domestic violence. And You Only Live Twice had outdated racial stereotypes. So you have been warned, my friends.
One of the Bond girls came out, spoke out about this and said, it's insulting, it's babysitting. I mean, what are you doing?
Oh, about the warnings?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't, I could see where she's coming from, and then you don't give the warning, and you have a bunch of people losing their mind and not giving the, I don't know. They're supposed to make their money anyways.
Here's my thing. I'll take the warning, which is stupid, and I agree with the actress, but I'll take that any day over them going in and going, this is offensive, now let's edit it. Let's change, let's,
what was the snakes on the plane one?
Monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. Like that, or some of the Steven Spielberg stuff. I think they photoshopped or edited out the guns and some of the scenes.
There's some really big walkie-talkies.
They really are. We had a close call, I guess, as soon as we said goodbye for the weekend. But this guy right here, recovering from emergency brain surgery.
Tell me one thing more.
Kenny Rogers or
No,
Kenny,
Michael Bolton?
Michael Bolton is right. We don't have to tell you how we were supposed to live without him because he did survive. In a message posted to Facebook on Friday, I believe, Bolton revealed just before the holidays it was discovered that I had a brain tumor that required immediate surgery. And here's the remix. Thanks. By the way, I did that edit myself of the OG into remix.
Exciting.
Thank you very much. The incredible medical team. Surgery was a success. Now he is recuperating at home, surrounded by tremendous love, minus one tumor that was all up in his brain. For the next couple months, he's going to be devoting his time to recovery, which means he'll have to take a temporary break from touring.
He's touring?
I guess so, yeah. He was scheduled to tour throughout the U.S. and Europe beginning in February, but those are now on hold. He released Spark of Light, his first ever album of fully original co-written material. And then, boom, tumor.
That's what's happening. He releases all this new material and goes on tour, and nobody wants to hear it.
So, so you just lied about a brain tumor?
No, I would hope not.
It's a stretch. Unfortunately, Michael Bolton, he survived. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. Thank God.
Unfortunately, he survived?
Fortunately.
No talent ass clown.
Okay, stop it.
Why should I have to change my name? He's the one who sucks.
Fortunately, Michael survived. Unfortunately, we did have some notable deaths over the weekend.
All right.
Ooh, which reminds me, I need to put in my Deadpool for this year. Turns out David's soul left his body and took the soul.
That?
You know him from playing, I don't know, Hutch from Starsky and Hutch.
All right, okay.
80 years old, he had a valiant battle for life, is what his family called it. He was the 70s buddy cop in Starsky and Hutch alongside Paul Michael Glazer. Glazer? Both had cameos in the 2004 movie version with Owen and Ben Stiller. Soul also played a killer cop in Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, and a vampire killer in the miniseries Salem's Lot. He had a number one hit, by the way, in 1976 called Don't Give Up on Us.
Damn.
It seems like somebody gave up on him. That was God.
I was trying to look at other things he's been in, and I've never heard of this particular straight-to-TV movie, but he had a role in Jerry Springer the Opera.
What?
And in fact,
Please pull up some music
he played
from
the
that.
starring role of Jerry Springer.
Strangely enough, also in Money Pussy.
Bring that back. Yeah.
Aware of that.
Also, people who died over the weekend from Battlestar Galactica, Harry Johnson, we bid adieu.
Oh, man.
He be dead.
Fatality.
He was also in
R.I.P.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Christian Oliver, this one's really sad, man. He and his two children died in a plane crash.
I saw this.
Which is
What was he on? He was on like
he was in a bunch of
teen
stuff.
show or something,
He
right?
was in Speed Racer, Saved by the Bell, The New Class, and that's all that they mentioned in this.
That sucks.
Also, I guess dying is Benny, the trash bin mascot over at Disney World.
Oh my gosh! I
It's
looked
making
up
some big headlines, you guys.
I looked up Harry Johnson, who died. Did you guys?
Why?
I don't know. I
And
just
that's the first name that came up, and not another Google image.
I was on IMDb already, so I didn't do that. But look that guy up on IMDb and tell me he wouldn't play our old boss in a movie if he was still alive.
Chris?
You talking about Kampmeyer?
Yeah.
Who is still alive?
Is this a trick to make me search for Harry Johnson?
No, it's not. Just IMDb it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He does. He looks a lot like our former boss, Chris Kampmeyer. Yeah, I can see that.
A Disney Day Drinkers Club found itself in an uproar after its mascot, a trash bin named Benny, was relocated, you guys. What are they going to do next? This obviously has to do with Steamboat Willie. Everything seems to be just crumbling over at Disney. The club, known as D3, intended for adults who drink at Disney World bars, deemed Benny their mascot in 2021 when a Roman Catholic priest blessed a nondescript trash bin as the club's official mascot. What are you doing with your life? Now that club has amassed about 85,000 members on its Facebook page, and bars at Disney have offered members secret menu items. But when Disney moved the bin to a new location in the park in September, the Facebook group exploded. In December, Disney moved the bin back to the original location, but soon after, the bin was again moved to a new location. Poor Benny.
What a weird controversy to have for your drinking club.
Also, I thought Epcot was really the only place you could drink. There's
I think you can drink in some of the other parks, maybe not all of them. Epcot's the one where you could drink the most. And then Disneyland in California, the only place you could drink is like a secret club that's for shareholders and everything's super expensive.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
But D3 literally
Could you
stands
own like a tiny bit of a share and still drink there?
possibly. I don't know.
Sweet.
You'd have to ask Disney.
All right. What is
Hello,
that?
Disney?
Info at Disney.com?
Hello, Disney. D3 stands for Disney Day Drinkers Club.
Speaking of Disney, if you're planning to utilize the new public domain works featuring Mickey Mouse this year, well, you have to pay attention because, according to reports, YouTube has demonetized public domain Steamboat Willie video after copyright claim. Sucks for you guys. It was the video Steamboat Willie Brock's Dub. Had 1 million subscribers on this YouTube channel. The video contains a Houston rapper. His name is Viper. His 2008 album, Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack, has been arrested for not only smoking some crack, but also kidnapping and holding a woman captive in his home for 4 to 5 years.
Holy cow.
That's a stay.
They found the woman. She weighed about 70 pounds. She
Ooh.
was filthy, dirty, had, quote, crusty hair. The mattress covered in fresh vomit, had a makeshift toilet, and diapers, bags of chips, and Twinkies. He's being held on a $100,000 bond and apparently was sexually assaulting her and making her smoke crack.
Jesus.
What are you doing with your life?
Not that, thankfully.
And finally, we have some of the members of this band right here.
It's tearing up my
NSYNC.
NSYNC is right. Joey Fatone and AJ McLean are going on tour for now. They're going to go on tour together. They're going to hit the road in March, be singing hits from both bands.
Do you want it now or later?
Now.
Isn't AJ from the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, but I decided to pick NSYNC as the guessing
It's like
song.
a crossover. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
They've been
Of
doing
course
these
I know
90s.
what band they're in, C-Lane.
Well, I'm just making sure.
God, my 8th grade self would punch myself if they knew. On the boob tube, America's Got Talent, Fantasy League on NBC, Celebrity IOU on HGTV, 15th season premiere of Hoarders, that's still happening, and series premiere of Cash Cab Music on Access TV. Seth MacFarlane and Mel B will be on Fallon, and you follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Now, for realsies, when we come back, a man, a hole, and a catastrophe. What happened? We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for on I-4 eastbound near Kirkman Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident off to the side. There's delays due to an accident on Western Way at Hartzog Road. Traveling on I-4 westbound, you can expect delays between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is ringing in 2024 in a big way with any 20 or 24-ounce freshly brewed hot coffee for just $2, including their new caramel cream flavor. Pour more of your favorite coffee at Wawa.
Get Spectrum, Internet, mobile, and TV. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Don't miss Classic Albums Live, performing U2's The Joshua Tree and their greatest hits live, note for note, cut for cut. Friday, January.
Automotive care with Amazon. For DIY projects and regular vehicle maintenance, Amazon Automotive makes finding the right parts for your car easy. You can use your garage to easily view, manage, and use the Automotive Parts Finder to find parts for your saved vehicles. Just add your vehicle's details to your Amazon garage. Then shop with confidence using Amazon's Part Finder to explore compatible parts and accessories and receive customized recommendations. Get started today at Amazon.com.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Fence outlet customer Amy said,
"We had a fire on our property and needed to replace our fence quickly. We have grandchildren and pets, and we were concerned for their safety. A friend recommended Fence Outlet. We scheduled a free quote, and they had our privacy and safety restored quickly."
Visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Attention. Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is...
And it's probably because we talked about him. But we've been following this explosion of popularity for the Stanley Cups, Stanley mugs, Stanley water bottles, whatever you would like to call them, since Stanley Cup is confusing and makes many people think of hockey. I'm talking about the Stanley water bottles that had people waiting overnight in a Target parking lot.
Stanley tumblers. A lot of people like tumbler for that
Tumbler.
thing.
That's a better word. Tumbler is a better word. But we had 3-4 stories last week about the craze and how they were going for more money on eBay and all kinds of various things about Stanley tumbler mayhem. But now I bring to you this. It's over. The cool trend of having the Stanley tumblers is over. It's done. It got too popular. The bubble popped. And they said they've become massively popular thanks to social media and buzzy collabs that they have done. But all the cool girls have switched over to Owala water bottles now.
Oh, that was quick.
And that's where you got to be if you want to be
Says
cool.
who? Says who?
This
Who?
article?
It's an article by Owala.com.
He gets the newsletter, Cool Girls newsletter every week, right?
I actually kind of do in a way. Business Insider is the one who has this this article about how Stanley is done and Owala is with it. And look, mine's an Owala. That's what I've been drinking out of this whole time.
Wait, was
I'm
that the
a
one
cool
I had?
girl. No, I don't know if you had this same one, but Owala is the one that I've been using for like years now. And finally, the young girls saw me and they were like, this guy's super cool. We should be drinking out of the same kind of water bottle as him.
That's just saying Owala's not cool anymore.
No, it's
Found
true.
out old dude on the radio uses one.
It says that these have become extremely popular. I don't know how. It's probably, honestly, because if they were like tops on Amazon and you just end up ordering them. I do love my Owala water bottle, but I don't know if I'm one of the cool girls. I don't know if they're going to have me
have to be, Sean. It's okay.
in the group. Can't get everything in life, so here we are. Let's talk about a man and his hole. I've been big into holes lately. I don't know if you guys have been as well.
Yeah,
but,
huge fan.
I've been
I don't
big
get a lot of
fan.
time now that the kid's been born, but, you know. It's...
I've been having fun chronicling this TikToker who built the tunnel under her house. We talked about her last week, right?
Yeah.
Now there's a man who had a hole of his own. And this man decided to start digging. He was inspired. He was 71 years old. João Pimenta de Silva is his name. And João, the 71-year-old, became obsessed with the idea that there was gold buried underneath his property. So over a year, he had spent time digging. And he had dug a 130-foot hole in the ground. And he had paid people to come over and start tunneling through his kitchen. He just knew that there was gold underneath his house. And all was well until the son of a bitch fell in the hole, which obviously is not good. Let me bring this up because there were some pictures with this, and I don't know if the photos are real. They appear to be, but it's so insane what this guy was doing. Take a look at this. I'll put this on See It Now during the break. This is the straight down hole under his kitchen that he built.
Without a permit, huh?
Yeah, I don't think there was any permits involved in this. So look, it's just straight down, 130 feet, 13 stories down under his kitchen.
Nothing to even stop him from the fall.
Nothing. There was nothing over it, nothing like no manhole covering this, just straight into the ground. And he would hire people. They would climb down these ropes, 13 stories down, and then they would scoop up more dirt and keep digging and digging and digging.
He hired people to dig this for him. And they said, sure.
Yes. The best photo of him that I could find is very potato photo, but
and
this
took
is
their
what
word that if they found gold after the first day, they're like, no, nothing, man. We're just going to keep going.
Keep digging. It says he began by paying 70 Brazilian reais, $11.30 a day when the hole was still shallow. But as it got deeper, the money got more expensive. He ended up paying around $100 a day to anybody who entered the hole to help remove the earth. And he had hit a large stone that was difficult to remove. They said he had been trying to get dynamite because why not? Put some dynamite down there, blow this thing up. He fell down the hole, which is equivalent of him and his kitchen falling down about a 12-story building all the way to the bottom where he ended up dying.
That's insane. If you had that hole just chilling in your kitchen, that would be like a constant uncanny valley feeling.
Yeah, I would not like this at all. I'm going to put this up right now. I'm going to try and walk and talk here as I do it to get it up on See It Now so everybody can take a peek at this because it is something to behold. Just the fact that he was able to do this. Now, the woman we talked about on TikTok who was digging the tunnels, that woman was digging them horizontally. Right? She wasn't digging these things vertically.
Correct.
Like this gentleman.
There was a little bit of vertical in there.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, because she ended up, pretty far deep down. But she was going down at a slow angle. And this guy's is just straight up down. Man falls in hole.
I mean, really giving it to you as he does it, folks.
And hole. Man dies in hole. No, that's not good. That's not a good title. Man falls in hole, comma, dies. Got it. Done.
Right.
Up on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com.
Very newsy, the comma dies.
Check that
That's
out.
a very newsy move.
It's ready for you over on the website. Right now, let's see if we can work in a couple of your dispatches quickly, and we'll see what's happening in your world. This is Molotov Cocktail, and it says Molotov has been cheated on. I don't know exactly what Molotov is getting at, but we shall find out. Here we go.
Hey, guys. I've just recently found out that my husband has been cheating on me, and we've been together for 10 years. And he's been doing this to me the whole time.
Oh, my God.
But I'm still going to go with the just okay. I'm going to try and get the VIP tickets. I want to be there, mingle.
March 16th. March 16th.
All of you, when you see me, I'll probably be way better than I am now. But I hope to meet people and make new friends.
Oh, that's good.
And hopefully you guys say hi to me, too. I love you guys. You guys get me through a lot. And you guys are about to get me through this, too.
Well, look, it's the least we can do. Sorry that happened to you.
I think we need to get her laid.
Get a love connection going on here?
We need to make some connections for Molotov Cocktail. 10 years.
She said her husband's been cheating on her for 10 years. Like, what a scumbag this guy is.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see
to
it
get away
just
with it,
okay.
too.
Check it out. Somebody says, eFresh Rocks on Twitch says, is this a trend now? Last Just Okay, somebody was newly divorced also. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Tis the season.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever your situation is, we would love to see you. They're asking our tickets on sale. Not yet. We're still working on the overall structure of the show and getting everything set, but it's going to be March 16th at Plaza Live, and we want you to come from far or near to a big, massive St. Patrick's Day blowout party. Make sure that you're following along with the show so you know when everything goes live with the tickets, et cetera, et cetera. Here's Chaos. It says, Sean, you're so right. I'm expecting him to somehow turn this against me. Here
What's
we
up,
go.
News Junkies? Happy today.
Hey.
Sean, I'm going to have to agree with you on the whole Pappy Van Winkle. Over the holiday, I had, I want to say, 30-plus bourbons, and they were considered the best bourbons in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And Pappy was one of them, and it, in all honesty, it just tasted like Bullet. Like, not going to lie, it just tastes like Bullet. If you've ever had Bullet,
Bullet's pretty good.
there's your
Put your seatbelt
version of
on.
Pappy.
I'm with him, though. I can't see myself wasting money on super, super expensive liquor. If I was okay with that, I would have every single one of those tequila bottles from that brand that's like $200-300, and all the bottles are beautiful. They look like some ceramic statue or something.
Yeah, that one.
Celine, you know what I'm talking about, right?
You're talking about Clase Azul.
Yeah. This like nice, expensive tequila, and the bottles are just stunning.
They're very pretty. You could put flowers in it. I got to tell you, though, I just I get a little weary of it because you can't see what's inside. God forbid there's like a finger floating. You wouldn't know until it hits your lips.
It's a little risky, I think. But for me, just the regular stuff, like Tullamore Dew is fine by me. Although we went this weekend, we Ubered out to, we went to a couple places. We went to Jack and Honey's, and we went to our friends over at Cavo's and stopped to hang out with Marky and everybody over at Cavo's, and Butchie was there. And when we go into Jack and Honey's, like, do you want a shot? And we're like, we Ubered down here. And they pour us a shot. I swear to God, it was like 3 fingers of whiskey in this. The guy has a full glass.
Jason does it right, man.
I don't know if that was him or not, but my man, first of all, he was a great bartender. And second of all, it was enough to just set me off. Right? It was like 3 gulps to drink the shot. A lot, but thank you for that. That place is great. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get updated on the alien that is strolling around Miami. According to social media, the Miami police have chimed in about the 10-foot aliens, and we'll see what they had to say. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for on I-4 eastbound off to the side near Kirkman Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Western Way at Hartzog Road. There's delays on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street, and delays on State Road 429 approaching Florida's Turnpike's Ramp Junction. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
$5 finger-licking deals are at your local Kentucky Fried Chicken. Choose from 3 delicious options: a 2-piece meal with a wing, breast, and buttery biscuit, a famous bowl, or a savory chicken pot pie. Only available at select participating locations. Tax extra. It's finger-licking good.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi, and a free Spectrum Mobile unlimited line, all while saving more than $700 over the competition. And with Speed Boost, your Spectrum Mobile phone will go even faster with speeds up to a gig for big speed, big reliability, and big savings. Get Spectrum One today. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Crayola Creativity Week starts January 22nd to celebrate creativity and engage kids all around the world in creative learning. With celebrity creators, hands-on activities, read-alouds, and giveaways, it's easy and free to participate. Register today at Crayola.com/creativityweek.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
Are you ready for a clearer tomorrow? Well, for a limited time, the Filotowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultation. Do what my son and my father-in-law did. Text 1041 to 868686. Schedule your free LASIK consultation today. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures and use only the latest state-of-the-art LASIK tech. And they offer 24-month interest-free financing to qualified patients. And even better, you can use your Flex spending account for LASIK as well. Free yourself from glasses or contacts in 2024. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filotowski Eye Institute.
Hey, Orlando. Looking for new ways to save? Verizon has your family covered. Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4. And get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. There's never been a better time to switch. But this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. A better plan to save is Verizon. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 70s Rock Ride, Pink Floyd, Eagles, Van Halen, Tom Petty, Zeppelin, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 70s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
He's come out against something, and he is on a rampage right now.
I'm hoping not the gays, because we just got the green light not too long ago.
Yeah, no, he's woke Pope. They go after him for being too woke, and they're like, this guy likes
woke Pope. He's going to be the broke Pope, guys.
And not only does the Pope like the gays, the Pope likes the trans folks too. He's been doing a lot of stuff on that front.
Goats?
The thing that he's mad about, Mr. Pope Francis, he must have heard me rant about this recently. And they said in a major policy address, the Pope calls for a universal ban on surrogacy. He says it exploits mother and child. Now, I think I'm going to read this real quick, but I think he might be coming at this from an even more radical standpoint than I was. My point when I bitched about this was it is flat out morally wrong for Hollywood celebrities and very wealthy people, the elitists amongst us, to utilize the actual labor in its truest sense of poor women so that they don't have to see their bodies go sideways by getting pregnant. So they don't want to go through the pregnancy and the delivery, and they have enough money to pay somebody else to do it. And that is a power imbalance that is probably more insane than anything else out there. And it's like weird body farming stuff. I don't like that. On the other hand, this is why it's difficult to talk about and controversial. Surrogacy is super amazing in terms of when you have people who are trying to have a child but cannot figure it out. They can't get it done. You know, so they've got some sort of issue medically or otherwise that is keeping them from having a child that they're dreaming of. So in those cases, I think that that's a godsend, and the Pope should see it as such, that parents can achieve what they're trying to do and get a child of their own, and that people out there are willing to step up and do it for them. But I'm talking about the people who are just like, oh, gross, get pregnant? No, thank you. I just want a baby, and then I'll post for some Instagram photos, and then afterwards I'll get like a team of nannies, and I don't really have to deal with all this gross stuff. That's the thing I hate. So it says Pope Francis called Monday for a universal ban on what he called the despicable practice of surrogate motherhood, as he included the commercialization of pregnancy in an annual speech listing threats to global peace and human dignity. Citing Russia's war in Ukraine.
Like a state of the world for religion?
Yeah, I didn't even know that they did that. I didn't know the Pope had that.
Say that again, an annual speech that...
listing threats to global peace and human dignity.
All right.
I didn't know that. Yeah, this is the Holy See, citing Russia's war in Ukraine, the Israel-Hamas war, migration, climate crises, and the immoral production of nuclear and conventional weapons.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a downer of a meeting, man.
This is like a doomer convention. Francis delivered a list of the ills affecting humanity and increasing violation of blah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah. He said there are smaller scale issues that were threats to peace and human dignity, including surrogacy. He said the life of the unborn child must be protected and not suppressed or turned into an object of trafficking. I consider the despicable practice of so-called surrogate motherhood, which represents a grave violation of the dignity of the woman and the child based on the exploitation of situations of the mother's material needs. He is not for it. No way, no how, says the Pope. And he wants all the Pope people, a.k.a. the Catholics, I guess, right, to stop doing that and engaging with it. Meanwhile,
speaking of religion, real quick.
You got a Muhammad story?
No.
Careful.
No, not the Catholics, but the United Methodists I've learned lately.
Yeah.
Not so united.
Oh,
yeah, they're very split up. The Methodists, who usually are chill, are very split up. Is that over a trans thing?
That's over. I think it's they're saying like so. I'm hearing this from over the holiday. I got to spend some time with my aunt who lives in the Gainesville area.
Meth aunt.
And you started talking about religion with her?
She's very into her church. She's very involved with her church.
Okay.
And she said they split from the United Methodists. And she said the United Methodists are the core of it is getting a little too liberal for some of the others' taste. And they won't say it's a gay thing, but she's like, it's totally a gay thing.
Yeah.
So where's she headed?
Well, she was one of only 16 people that voted for her church to stay. And so I think, so, you know, she was on the right side of it. But
listen, if you want your numbers up, you're going to have to let the gay people come in.
Yeah, I mean, even the Pope, like we were saying, the Pope has been for all this stuff. I'm surprised that the Methodists are fighting over this, but in a way, not surprised because there's been a lot of that happening at these churches. Sea Witch over on YouTube says, look, if I want to carry a baby for somebody and take cash in exchange for that, it's my business, not the Pope's and not Sean's. She says, Sean is 100% wrong about surrogacy. I appreciate your comments, but this is why they are stupid, right? With all due respect. What I'm talking about, and you got to open your brain up just a little bit, let some air in for this one. I am saying that there can, with surrogacy, be absolutely fair connections made between people where somebody is not physically able to carry a fetus to term, and they find somebody who is, and that person is like a hero and does something great and steps up for them. Or if somebody does want to say, look, I feel like doing this, I feel like monetizing it, making some money off of it, that can be okay as well. But also there could be a power imbalance where you have impoverished women who have no other avenue to get money like this, save for taking the celebrities' stuff and bringing it to term as a baby inside of them.
Very much similar, would you disagree, very much similar to like drug trials. where it was common for a while for people who were impoverished, in not so good a shape financially, would sign up for these drug trials just to get by, not caring what it's going to do to their body.
Yeah, there's no rich people signing up for drug trials, for God's sake.
Except when Watson did that vaccine thing, right?
That's right. Yeah, I got that salt water, though, so I'm good to go. It didn't screw me up too bad. Yeah, I think that you have to think about this in terms of, is there going to be exploitation, right? And when you have very wealthy people and people who are destitute and they have no other avenue to get money and want to try to do this, that is a really bad power dynamic and one that I don't think is fair. So you got to look at this in the complex way of understanding that there can be an agreement between two people and it's totally fair and everybody's cool with it and there's nobody taking advantage of anybody else. There can also be an agreement between somebody who's willing to do this for a couple who can't naturally do it. So there's lots of different threads to this one, and I'm just pulling on one of them right now. Okay, let's go over to the Miami police because they are responding about this 10-foot alien that's wandering around Sabrina's parents' backyard.
Right.
We got to focus on this because we want to make sure that they are safe and that the rest of the folks in Miami are safe as well. But this is a gentleman who is on the Instagram page for the Miami police addressing the alien theory. Let's see what he says. I haven't heard this yet. Oh, hang on. Let me get this.
That are going viral on social media right now. First, our response to that big incident in Bayside Marketplace. What happened was there was about 50 or more juveniles that were shooting fireworks at people. There was also some looting going on. So officers that were on that scene were having a little bit of trouble containing it. So they called what is called a citywide 3, which every
What is this music he has in the background? Ooh, it's like a...
Is this the actual police Instagram page?
Yeah, this is 100% Miami Police Department.
That's called royalty-free alien music?
That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound very professional.
In the city responded. That's why you saw so much police presence for that call to contain that crowd. Now, there is now video going viral of 8 to 10-foot aliens walking around Bayside. It's actually just a person walking with a shadow.
No!
So I can confirm to you all here today right now that there are no aliens in Miami, in Bayside Marketplace at the moment.
All right, so he says no aliens in Miami at the moment.
Didn't they have like some alien in the background there?
They did. They had graphics and stuff going up. They're really leaning into this.
At least their marketing department is on point, and that we're putting the money where it should be going, and that's making funny videos to distract everyone from wrongful shootings and what have you.
Whatever else they're doing over the weekend. Firing indiscriminately at crowds or whatever.
They did find the alien, though. I just sent you the video of it.
Oh, yeah? Let me see. Hold on.
Closer up shot.
Oh, my God. Don't pull up my laptop. Okay.
Alien in Miami, bitch. I've been at home.
What is this thing?
That's the alien.
Oh,
Can I show it now?
God. Yes, yeah. This woman.
Tell me that's not the same.
She says she's the alien, and
y'all keep talking about y'all seen a goddamn alien in Miami, bitch. I've been at home.
I don't know if she curses. So,
she doesn't. I reviewed. That's it.
Bitch, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that was the end of it anyhow.
We'll put it on See It Now. We got the alien. Exclusive.
Is this person an albino? Is that what I'm looking at here?
Seems to be.
That is an albino woman, very popular on social media, making, really? I believe, 6 figures for just being her.
Damn. Holy cow. All right. Well, she says she's the alien. We'll never know, and we'll have to trust the police on this.
Very close considering the footage we saw from 18 floors up, right?
Yeah, it was blurry. There wasn't a lot to make out there, but we'll see what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, new Epstein bombshells dropping. If this is true, oh boy. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Can the Eagles right the ship in the playoffs? What started off as another contending season for Phillies become a bleak one. Some regression was expected, especially after losing their top 2 coordinators. but they've struggled against bad teams all year, and Jalen Hurts doesn't look the same. What does Philly do well? Now we'll see if head coach Nick Sirianni can turn things around. I'm Colin Cowherd.
The fully electric EQS sedan from Mercedes-Benz is innovation on a magnificent scale. Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive hype screen. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQS.
Tell you what, guys, if you're in the market for your next Ford truck, Nations Trucks has 25 Fords to choose from on the lot right now, and they start at just $33,995. They got everything from one-ton flatbeds, Power-Stroke diesel-powered F-250s, and lifted F-150 Super Cruise. And if you got a few bumps on your credit, that's not a problem. Nations Trucks has 35 lenders ready to work with everyone. So what are you waiting for? Time to make the upgrade. Start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today, or just go down and see them in Sanford on 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Mary Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert. I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio. 104.1. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
Baby Jessica in the well of our time. It is the story that is this week transfixing the internet, and it is one of the dumbest things I've seen in a very long time on the internet. But
Instagram, Twitter,
here it is regardless. There is a gentleman, and his name is Connor Paget. Not sure if any relation to Ross Paget of the Jim Colbert Show.
I'm going to ask him next break if you want.
I'm not sure if he's going to want to have any association, but here it is regardless. The Chronicles of Connor Paget. I guess this was filmed sometime at the end of last year and is just now leaking out online and going viral. This guy, Connor, was at some party and there was a huge urn at the party.
Okay.
And Connor crawled into the urn and
you don't need a huge urn, do you? Or is there multiple ashes in it? Like a whole family?
You don't need one. Take a look at this here. I put it up on See It Now already at thenewsjunkie.com. You can see, I've got this muted, but you can see that Connor is stuck in the urn.
Okay, what frat rush party is this?
Also, the other people in the party look to be dressed rather nice.
Everyone's dressed the same. It's the collared shirt with a sweater over it.
Oh, the other guy has like a jacket on.
This very well could be Ross's cousin.
I wonder if this is related to him. He's stuck in the urn all the way up to his chest, and it's like he got in there as a joke, and he literally cannot get out.
Oh no!
They had to send a team of rescue people to chisel him out of this urn, therefore breaking the urn.
It's confirmed that ashes were inside.
I don't know if there were ashes inside or not, but they said it was an urn, and they did have to chisel him out of it. Here's what it looked like afterwards, because he returned to the scene of the crime and took a photo with the urn itself that he had to be knocked out of. As I said, the baby Jessica of our time, a drunk man named Connor getting stuck in a large urn. It's up on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com, so you could take a peek. Before we get into jury duty, a couple of things. One, about the Epstein stuff that's been leaking like crazy. I really didn't find that there was a whole lot new, actually, in the Epstein list stuff. It's all the same things that we've heard for years.
Well, people are acting like it. They're acting like it's, just the breakingest of news.
The list was something that had previously leaked, I believe, in some UK tabloids, and then they tried to get rid of it. But I did not know the Stephen Hawking stuff. The Stephen Hawking.
Oh my God, the memes I saw. It was like every other scroll was someone in a wheelchair diving through the ocean.
There was some pretty good ones. And now they're saying.
I haven't heard any of this. What did they say about old Hawking?
That he was part of some orgy or something.
Yeah, that's the rumor in
and
the
he
court
really
documents.
loved it.
Yeah, he was part of the orgy.
Had a great time.
Epstein sent a message over that was released, and the message was, I have to prove that Stephen Hawking didn't have an orgy at my house. Can we get anything together that will disprove this? And now they say court documents allege Jeffrey Epstein recorded sex tapes of Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, and Sir Richard Branson. And there's no... we have very little...
Children of the world.
We have very little grasp on what's actually true and what's not in these papers. And the real thing is,
if he had sex tapes of these people recorded,
yeah,
I would lean so far more than I am now into believing he was killed.
Yes, if he had a sex tape of Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Sir Richard Branson,
why wouldn't he though? Why wouldn't he?
It's not to say that he would or he wouldn't. I just think if this much information is out there, where is that sex tape? Right? Where is that? Or did he destroy that? And the big secret to the Epstein list was that, as we said, first of all, being on it didn't make you somebody who was a criminal automatically. And number two, there was a lot of people on there who nobody knew who the hell they were. It was just like dentists, et cetera, real estate professionals, people that, real estate moguls, I should probably say.
Well, that one Harvard law professor who is going to prove that he's either a really great professor or a POS, maybe both at the same time. Can he get out of this?
What happened with the Harvard law?
One of the names on the list, and I think with a lot more detail that insinuated he was more on the involved sex side.
Okay.
But the one thing he does for a living is teach our top attorneys in the nation of how to practice law.
Okay.
So can he get out of this properly using everything he teaches students?
That's if he can't, then he's fired immediately for multiple reasons.
No credibility.
It's not going to work out for him, I think. But yeah, a sex tape with Bill Clinton, a sex tape with Sir Richard Branson, with Prince Andrew. I don't know. I think so much of this stuff in here is like, some of it's made up.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of it that's. I mean, the whole thing where he's trying to. If I didn't see the memo about him, I knew that he was offering a bounty, though. I think internally to be like, whoever can come up with proof that there was no orgy with what's his face. Can we just throw a couple bucks their way?
Yeah,
so we can squash this.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff around Epstein, and a lot of it's absolutely gross, and he was a vile man. But there's also a lot of stuff that people want to be true because they like it politically. And this is the same kind of thing that happened during all the Trump-Russia stuff where they were like, they said, Trump, there's a P tape. There's a Trump P tape. And
still need that.
It's from this guy who was doing an investigation, Christopher, whatever his name is, right? Ray, I forgot what the dude's name was. Not Columbus. But he was a guy who was paid by the Clinton campaign in this fusion group to put together this sort of hit piece, and it was all nonsense. But nobody cared if it was nonsense if you didn't like Trump, because you were like, ha, P-tape. And it's honestly a little funny.
That's
so it stuck around for a while, and people use it. And the Epstein thing, there's a lot of similar things. It's like there's no facts here, but it's really, really good for you to use it to dunk on your friends, or your enemies, I guess, politically, I might say. All right, before we get into the jury duty for today, and maybe even hear from a couple of you, I do want to tell you, Jody Foster is back in the news.
That's right. What's happening?
And she's given us a boomer rant, which I love the boomers versus Gen Z. I really, really like it. She's out in a new season of True Detective, which I've seen like one promo for.
Is that the one with Owen Wilson?
It's one that changes all the time. I don't know that it ever had Owen Wilson in it. I think the first season I could be wrong, maybe had Matthew McConaughey in it.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
But they're like the main detective guy, I think, was constant throughout it. Whatever, I don't remember. But True Detective is a big show, and now they like rebooted this, and Jody Foster is in the new one, and they did an interview with her in The Guardian. And she just started ranting about Gen Z and how she doesn't like Gen Z kids. And she said, they're really annoying, especially in the workplace. They're like, nah, I'm not feeling it today. I'm going to come in at 10:30 a.m. Sometimes it's their writing style that sets Foster off. Or like in emails, she says, I'll tell them this is all grammatically incorrect. Did you not check your spelling? And they're like, why would I do that? Isn't that kind of limiting? And she's going back and forth with the kids on this. I do a lot of reaching out to young actresses, she said. I'm compelled because it was hard growing up. And she just talked about her whole history. True Detective Night Country is the HBO show that she's promoting. I don't know if the Gen Z kids are going to like that, though. You might not get them to tune in.
They're annoying.
Say they're lazy and annoying, and they show up late for set. And
maybe if they did the whole season as if it was in like 15-second increments and you had to scroll up to see the next scene.
Oh my God! There's some YouTubers that have
Stanley
that
Cup.
That have it so perfected. There's YouTubers who have it like so every minute. I mean, Mr. Beast does this. So like every minute.
Why don't you just marry him,
video,
Sean? Jesus.
He's good. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to make a successful video. He's not my favorite YouTuber.
Who is your favorite YouTuber?
It's the Mythical Mornings.
No, I do like that. I like Good Mythical Morning. I like Mark Rober a lot.
Miss Rachel.
Really
I
talented.
do love Mark Rober. Mark Rober does some really cool, and some of the stuff with Mark Rober it pisses me off in such a way because I'm like, how long did you do this for, man?
Mark Rober.
Mark Rober stuff is so expensive, it seems. But
he's for those who don't know, he's the one who does the glitter bombs, and he has like a lot of those big videos.
He used to be a NASA engineer, but I watched one where he was trying to launch a rocket in such a way that he could do a record-breaking egg drop, where the egg survives.
Yeah.
And the amount
it goes like way over the top.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, this guy had to spend almost like a couple of years just on this one video.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go into it too deeply. And there's a couple of them that, like, one of my favorite YouTubers is a guy named Ryan Trahan. And Ryan Trahan, I can't believe he got me to like him. He's one of the young dudes with like the broccoli hair. He's one of the guys, like how every young guy has like the broccoli haircut right now, like that same damn haircut that every like
curly on top.
Yes, yeah, like all of them. When we go by the high school, all have the same haircut right now,
like the Justin Timberlake from early '90s, but you shave the sides of it.
Yes. A little less ramen noodly, but yes, very, very similar to that.
Well put.
And I look at it and I go, oh God, I'm gonna hate this kid, but he's so damn likable. And
what's
he's super
likable
positive.
in the sense? Oh, just because he has a good heart, like it makes you feel like less of a miserable person because you're watching him.
No, he's creative. Ryan Trahan does this series of videos that are like the 1 cent videos. So he went to Paris and then he got rid of all of his money, and then he had to get enough money to fly back to the United States of America and get back home.
That is such. Come on.
Is he cheating? I don't know, maybe. But if you watch the YouTube video, you'll understand. Like he's documenting himself, what he's doing. He's like he started by selling water bottles to people, and then he gets a little bit more money. He starts doing window washing, and so he's pretty good. And I love Danny Gonzalez. He's very, very good. Most people over the age of 25 have no idea who any of the people that I just mentioned were.
I am one of them. But
how do you stay so young and cool, Sean?
It just comes to me naturally.
His Stanley Cup and his YouTubing.
It's probably my Owala. My Owala water bottle keeps me young and fresh, and I'm one of the cool girls. Here I am. Let's get into this. Here we go. I haven't heard that song in so long. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Did you guys see P-tape. Asshole. Did you guys P-tape?
Please send that to me so I have it on my soundboard.
Did you guys see the photo of Jada Pinkett Smith that everybody was saying she looked like Fat Joe?
No.
Fat Joe lost some weight. The Rock.
It's so good.
That Jada, just when you think you're over her, she does that.
She's a content machine.
I thought you were going to say something else for sure.
Will Wood.
I'm not like the biggest fan of hers because I think she is fairly insufferable, but she's a content machine. This is it, Sealand, for those of you who didn't see it. There's a Jada Pinkett Smith looks like a emaciated Fat Joe, like Skinny Joe.
I see it.
Please click the Will Smith meme that has just been added to the comments reaction? Because that is glorious.
All right, I'll put this up on See It Now as well. Jury duty brought to you by the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com.
I was about to congratulate Fat Joe on more weight loss.
And so I'll put it up on See It Now because I know it's a visual for everybody. Anders Breivik, does that ring any bells with the two of you?
Yes, he was one of the stars of Workaholics, I believe.
He was indeed.
His name's Anders.
Anders Breivik is not one of the stars of Workaholics.
Okay.
No?
That is -1 for you, C-Lane. Sorry, bud.
He is responsible for one of the biggest mass murders in human history, and was...
Yeah, I mean, killing them jokes on Workaholics.
I shouldn't have asked the question. Really, the man who carried out Norway's biggest mass killing appeared in court this week to complain about his prison conditions. Poor guy. He killed 77 people, but He says it's inhumane that he's forced to live largely in isolation. They said that there's not enough people who come by and hang out with him. He's only in contact with professionals. He doesn't get to hang out with other inmates at the prison that he's at. He's changed his name because the old name, it's a little burned now. You don't want to be Anders Breivik. They think you're the workaholics guy or you're the murder guy. So he's Schulthoff Hansen, whatever that means. And he's been suing
that was
for
bad
all...
too.
Yeah, play all those...
That was really bad, too. I admit it. But I had to get it off my chest. I know a lot of people were thinking the same.
A recent visit by the news agency NTB revealed that he lives in a separated section of the prison with an exercise room, a kitchen, a TV, and a bathroom. Poor thing. He's also allowed to keep 3 birds as pets.
Okay. The guy gets birds after killing 70 people?
Birds. He's got all this extra room. He's got a kitchen. He's got an exercise room. And he's got people hanging out with him, but he can't hang out with the other inmates. So this is torture. Oh, my God. Cry me a river with your 77 dead people.
You think maybe he hedged his bets and, asked for... He's like, I want 10 birds. I really want 3 birds. And they're like, you can't have 10. You killed 70 people. You may have 3 birds.
Fine.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to begin with. Greatest negotiator, right behind Sabrina at the vintage shop. It's
Buddy, just wait. I'd have to wash some clothes, but I am going to have the style of the first quarter when it comes to that streaming.
Isn't it crazy how expensive some of that stuff gets?
I mean, one of them, I have this, it was the grandmother's. As soon as I bought it, because she told me, I'm like, is she dead? It was a jean shorts, jean shirt with gold, butterfly all the way down to the sleeves into the shorts. Got to get it fitted. If anyone knows a great seamstress, Sabrina at realradio.fm.
Wow, it sounds fantastic.
And I got a Winston drag racing jacket. $120 they wanted.
God, man.
I got it for $60.
All of that stuff.
Smells like crap.
They make so much money off of it. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you, and we'll also get into a brand new animal that just dropped.
Oh, excuse me?
New animal has entered the equation. What is this new animal they found in Mexico? We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Travel with caution. The on-ramp from Orange Blossom Trail to State Road 429 northbound is blocked due to an accident. On Alafaya Trail, expect delays due to an accident westbound between US 1792 and Ronald Reagan Boulevard. On I-4, you could expect your regular delays eastbound before the bend. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. This earful of real radio is brought to you by justcallmo.com. Injured on the go? Justcallmo.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Moms, we all wish there were 2 more of us just to get through the day. Preparing lunches, snacks, dinners. We've all got a lot on our plates. That's where Fresh from Florida comes in. They have hundreds of recipes that make mealtime quick, easy, and healthy. And shopping for locally grown produce is a snap. Just look for the Fresh from Florida logo. When it's almost dinner time and you have to be 3 places at once, go to the one place that counts. FreshFromFlorida.com. There's sunshine in every bite.
Don't miss Classic Albums Live, performing U2's The Joshua Tree and their greatest hits live, note for note, cut for cut. Friday, January 19th at the Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and the Hard Rock Live box office, 407-351-LIVE.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
You made it through the holidays. Now it's time to figure out if that constant sniffle is a cold or allergies. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. I know, you're busy. Who has time to get an allergy test and go in for weekly allergy shots? At Aspire, we make it easy by providing same-day results and a treatment plan tailored just for you. Forget the over-the-counter meds. Aspire has solutions that actually work, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line, all while saving more than $700 over the competition. And with Speed Boost, your Spectrum mobile phone will go even faster with speeds up to a gig for big speed, big reliability, and big savings. Get Spectrum One today. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Remember, when you're ready to sell or trade in your next car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com, because one thing's for certain, I love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, Orlando.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the...
And Casey emails, it says, excited for Just Okay, as are we, Casey. We appreciate you, Casey, listening in North Palm. It says, as an avid listener down in West Palm Beach, I can say me and my girlfriend are so excited to attend our first Just Okay party.
Nice.
We've even reserved a room at a small hotel near the venue for a couple of nights.
Well done.
Can't wait to try Cavo's after always hearing about it from Fritz on the street. It's a great place. You're going to like it. Meatball subs there. Anything Butchie makes. He's making good food all the time. I almost tackled him when we were in there last time because I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm bringing these pierogies I made down to Graffiti Junction. And I was like, damn. It's like a whole tray of pierogies. Oh, man.
I used to work with Butchie like back in my pizza days.
Yeah.
And that man has saved me from so many hangovers. With his magic hands in the kitchen that I have trusted him with my life as far as any other meal.
He's good.
I don't trust him at all.
Okay.
We were wondering if Secret Show subscribers will get first crack at VIP tickets. Always a heads up for Secret Show subscribers, yes. Or at least give your listeners down south a heads up when they will be available, as I know they will go fast. VIP for Just Okay goes very fast every single year. Also, based on this year's first Secret Show, my prediction of a few of you becoming parents seems to be happening, as they may have been the most low-key Secret Shows ever. Thanks again for all the entertainment, says Casey. This past one, there was no drinking. That's why things were headed in a different direction. It was a good time, though. It's a fun show. Check it out. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and subscribe if you're interested. Meanwhile, we must discuss a brand new animal that has just been found in Mexico, right?
Does it have a cool name?
It's not a great name. I'll tell you what it is in a second. But it took them a long time to actually get some photographs of this thing, and then they wanted to actually see it. It's a tree alligator. And it's I know it sounds weird.
Okay.
It's a tree alligator in Mexico.
Last time we talked about the Mexican officials,
Mm-hmm.
they were showing us what seemed to be a paper mache alien.
Yes.
And now they have a tree alligator.
Okay, so is there some
to
validity?
go back? The little alien creature that they had at that press conference, that thing was the real deal. That was actually it was a little human. They said somebody like who had a deformity and was born and died at that little size. So it wasn't fake. I thought it was so obviously fake.
I mean, it was a human, though. They said it was an alien.
Yeah, it was not an alien. It just looked like it because it was somebody who had they were deformed. And
so this very well could be an alligator they threw into a tree.
No, this is science. This is from the Miami Herald. I'm not getting this from Crazy Town here. It says, tucked in the treetops of southern Mexico is an alligator-like creature hidden by the foliage and obscured by the height. The unusually large animal had generally avoided detection. When determined scientists eventually found the scaly animal, it turned out to be a brand new species, they said. It is a tree-dwelling lizard from Coapilla, and they have published this in a research journal as of this week. The search turned out to involve extraordinarily difficult maneuvers to try to find these tree alligators. They spent over 350 hours searching the ground and used climbing gear to search the limbs and canopy of about 20 trees. Eventually, researchers found 5 of these tree alligators, and they said it's called Abronia cunemica. That's the name of the animal. Abronia cunemica, or Coapilla arboreal alligator lizard. That's not a great name. It's way too long. Way, way too long. Coapilla arboreal alligator lizards are about 10 inches in length, and they hang out on the top of trees, and they're like tree alligators, according to these folks.
They don't really look like alligators.
You got a photo of one?
Yeah, just...
What makes it a tree alligator, not a lizard that can climb trees?
I guess they're trying to say it's like related to an alligator.
I mean, maybe it's a little more scaly than a lizard is. I mean...
Just need some moisturizer.
Okay, this is not it that I found right here. This is literally just an alligator in a tree. That's not the same thing. What did you search for, Sealand?
Tree alligator Mexico.
Tree alligator Mexico.
There's a Daily Mail. I wouldn't go images. I would go all.
Okay, there. Yeah, I found it. Here he is. So this is our little tree alligator here. And he does look much more like a skink to me. You guys ever have skinks when you were growing up?
All day.
Like
I think I called people's moms skinks.
Hey.
That's different. But this little guy is a brand new species. That doesn't happen a lot. And they said found in Mexico on the tops of these trees. Hangs around the very top canopy area, and they're for real. So now we got tree alligators. So
take your word for it, John.
Have fun out there, folks in Mexico. Real quick, before we hear from your latest dispatches, there is...
At the bottom of this article, there's a thing where they were like discovering other stuff in Mexico, and in 2022, 6 of the world's smallest frogs were discovered, and they were found to be somewhere tinier than a penny, and so they have this tiny little frog that is on the biggest dime you've ever seen, like because of the this lens that they use to like close up on this thing.
And they're all in Mexico?
It's insane. Yeah, it's a Mexican thing.
Huh. Remember when I did that frog story and you guys booed me? You guys hate it. You remember that? Yes, I think it was last year. I did a frog story and you guys booed me off the show.
It was like 2 years ago.
Whatever it was.
Now
Sealand's doing frog stories.
I can't believe that you remember that.
Well, it's
I'm
stuck with
sorry.
me.
I know, and I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to make you feel that way.
No, you both definitely did. Like that was the intention of the booing, and some of the audience agreed. Other folks were into it. I'll try to bring up an update on that before the show's over today.
I think we're all right.
Just to get that
Do it
to
for
you.
secret shows since you're not drinking.
Real quick, we are drinking, just weren't on Saturday.
Oh, got it.
There is now a study that says if you want some help with your PTSD,
I'm
what's help
listening.
with your depression and your anxiety, and military vets and others, they now say, I've never done this before, so we're going to need some experts out there. They're saying that Ibogaine, am I saying that right? Ibogaine is successful. It actually treats traumatic brain injuries. It's an African plant called Ibogaine, and it's like a hallucinogen, like a psychedelic. It's a psychedelic plant.
The very first thing that the generative AI on Google comes up with is, this could be unsafe or illegal depending on a person's age.
Yeah, I think it's pretty strong. It says the plant-based psychoactive drug has been used in Africa for thousands of years during spiritual and healing rituals. Researchers found it has no side effects, and there's some people saying the experimental treatment saved their lives. Here's somebody. Before the treatment, I was living life in a blizzard with zero visibility and a cold, hopeless, listless feeling. That's Sean, a 51-year-old veteran from Arizona, and he had 6 combat deployments. He participated in the study for Stanford Medicine. After Ibogaine, the storm lifted, he said. So the hallucinogen just like changed his life and made him feel like an entirely different person.
And he didn't try mushrooms first, like we were going with straight to Ibogaine.
You know what? That's a good point. They really should have them try a variety of other things and see if it's just this. But that's kind of like the people that do the ayahuasca stuff.
Yeah.
There's people who swear by this stuff. So much of it is either in South America or in Africa, the continent of Africa.
Well, I mean, because this is, in the United States, it's a Schedule I controlled substance.
Is it really?
Yeah. Meaning it's not approved treatment for anything.
Oh, my God. Well, maybe some of this stuff might just be why every time you see like an African village, let's say like somewhere in Zimbabwe.
And you're like, all of them are high.
All of them are like so happy. And you consider their circumstances, which are inarguably much worse in every measurable way than ours are in the Western world or in the United States of America in particular. But they seem so damn happy. Maybe it's all of this ibogaine that they're taking in. I don't even know how you do it, by the way.
Maybe that's a quid pro quo. Like they go, listen, America, you guys got it together. You guys are doing all right. Maybe you should not have ibogaine.
Oh, it's also an aphrodisiac too.
Oh,
let's bring back
that's why they're
ibogaine.
happy. They're banging.
Yeah. That might be it. And this could help people out with this. So if you're a vet, you've gone through all that stuff, I feel for you. You know, I served a couple tours myself, and I understand what it's like.
Nope, stolen valor.
Are you about
stolen valor?
Wow. Took you 11 years.
It's not stolen valor. It's just borrowed for right now as we go to you and see what's happening with you and your dispatches. We'll work in one or two here, starting with Flip. Go ahead, Flip.
So you're on your buddy's island having sex with underage girls the other day. Mm-hmm. But actually, I thought that it was common knowledge that this is how Jeffrey Epstein made all of his money. He started off as a teacher at a private school, hired underprivileged kids to provide these services for wealthy people, so on and so forth. We all know what happened, but it happened a long, long time ago. And then with the David Copperfield thing,
he was in it too.
That popping up, didn't he have similar instances with people that got kind of squashed and put away because of all his money?
Yeah, there was a story about
he
him.
would have underagers come back to his place.
Real quick, Jeffrey Epstein didn't get rich off of young girls doing sexual things for other rich people. He got rich on the back of a relationship he had with a very, very wealthy man. And then he was an investor, and then he was somebody who was in charge of billions and billions of dollars and made his wealth that way. He just used his wealth and power to then be ultimate Creeposaurus Rex and get young high school girls to come over. And like one of the most damning things was the call log from his staff at his house that had answered the phone. And it said like a message from, let's say her name was Jennifer. I don't remember what her name was. It said, Jennifer called. She said, is it okay if she shows up at 2:30 instead? Because she has to stay in school. She's going to get in big trouble. Why is a grown-ass man getting a call from a girl who's saying, I got to stay in school? I'm going to have to be a little bit later when I come over to your house. That seems a little bit bad to me. Okay, quick break. When we come back, there is a bunch to talk about, including something to do with HOAs. Finally, a victory against the HOAs. Look at this. Plus, great news for me, right? I saw this headline and I said, yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for. What is it? Well, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking the on-ramp from Orange Blossom Trail to State Road 429 northbound. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Alafaya Trail westbound between US 1792 and Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect delays between Osceola Parkway and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Get $5 off pizza when you order in the Wawa app or on your favorite delivery app starting at 4 p.m. Gotta have a Wawa.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Big congratulations to last week's winner, Trevor. Now, the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your question. In what country did the first Starbucks open outside of North America? In what country did the first Starbucks open outside of North America? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm, and the first person to send the correct answer wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's question, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every single time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted best downtown Orlando restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, visit MaxinesOnShine.com.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy. Energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again. And feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Premier Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. Call now, 407-723-7135.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Bayer, and this is my brother Jonah.
We're two siblings who love to talk about our childhood and nostalgia and how it shaped us into the people we are today.
Who are absolutely thrilled that the third season of our podcast, How Did We Get Weird, is now out on your listening, wherever you listen.
Check out episodes we've done with Will Ferrell, Jenny Slate,
Weird Al Yankovic,
Jason Isbell,
Kenan Thompson.
The list goes on and on.
Be totally tubular and listen to How Did We Get Weird on Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. 104.1.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
The latest Secret Show subscriber. Love you. Appreciate you. You can check it out as well over at thenewsjunkie.com. And thanks as well to everybody this weekend. There's a lot of people who emailed me this weekend who are making the way, migrating over to thenewsjunkie.com instead of the app. And any issues you have, you're not bothering me, send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com because I want to get the website working perfectly for everybody. And that's the future of the show and the interaction with the show is using the website as opposed to the apps. I think that's you're going to see a lot of other outlets do that over time. It just becomes cost prohibitive. Number one, it's hard to get developers to begin with. One of the things that's happened is with all this money going into AI, all the developers have been sucked into the world of AI and programming for it, and they're making insane amounts of money. So then they
Why don't they just let the AI do
it? They will soon enough. I tried that a little bit. I had AI write me some scripts and some different things to try to test that out.
Acting?
No. Scripts like software scripts. Like I was screwing around with a bunch of stuff like a share the show page and some other things, and it's not there yet. And even if you tell it to like debug itself, it's not quite there. It's just the way forward is through having a web presence where you don't have to be within the walled garden of iOS or Android devices. This is for everybody. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Tell me if you have any issues, okay?
Also, we got to say congratulations to Catherine, who is our first winner of the new keyword contest. Day one.
We got it?
Yes, we got a winner.
Yeah.
On the board already.
So that's what you got to live up to, suck at everybody else.
Yep.
What do you get? You get $1,000 for these things?
She gets $800, and then we get $200 that she'll send over to us. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I'd like $1,000. Why can't we play our own contests? It's not like we could cheat. We don't have the access to the
we absolutely
software.
can cheat.
How?
We
don't
know
have
the
like
keywords.
We do know that, but somehow the listeners know the keywords too. They know it before we say them.
Okay.
I don't know
that's how we get our first and last winner of the entire contest.
No, I think it's like there's a certain order that they do them in, and the listeners have memorized the order. And so we want, by the way, we want that, folks. We want you, no matter where you're listening to the show, to be in the Junkie Army.
Yeah.
And out there, and every time a keyword is announced, we want you to gobble up all of the money. Okay? We want you to gobble up all of the money, and we don't want any of the other. Well, we want our stations to be successful. Sure. We don't care about any other stations that we're not on and any other shows that are owned by other companies or even iHeartRadio.
Okay. When it comes to this contest in particular, it's an internal battle, but we do love our brethren in iHeartMedia. I, Sabrina Ambra, just love all of my cousins and my radio brothers and sisters.
Who are these radio brothers and sisters outside of the station that you're at right now?
Why putting me in the spot like this?
These are your brethren you're defending.
I love my brethren on Magic. I love my brethren at Rumba. I love my brethren over at 106.7. Of course, they all listen to us and they support us, Sean.
Outside of that building.
Oh, the building? Mm-hmm. Everyone over at West Palm and in Rochester and Dallas.
The radio brethren are not fighting with us. They're not on our side. They don't care about us for some reason.
How about this? We're, I think it was New Year's Eve day, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm over at Ace Hardware. I'm with Radio Michael 7 and my girlfriend. And Radio Michael 7 used to work for Ace Hardware back in the day, and he was in a couple of their commercials, though. He was in definitely.
Was he really?
Yeah, on TV.
A couple local,
that's cool.
And he was in one national spot. I'm like, oh, we got an Ace Hardware celebrity, as soon as I see him in the parking lot. And some guy comes out of his lifted truck, and he goes, what was that? And I go, oh, I'm just talking about him being in a commercial. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm a stand-up comedian. You guys like stand-up?
Okay.
What?
I went into Sabrina mode. I'm like, yeah, man. What was your name again? He says his name, and he's like, yeah, because I get it all the time. I heard celebrity, and I thought for sure that you were talking about me. I look him up. He is one of our competitors here locally.
What
who had a whopping 800 followers on X.
Do you think that he was being facetious, or do you think that he was being
he was absolutely for real.
He was being for real. He hears the word celebrity and his ears perked up,
and I thought he was another guy who was in an Ace Hardware commercial. And no, he was like, I do stand-up comedy. And I thought you guys were talking about me. That's my name. And this is my name.
Celebrity?
Here, as a celebrity. And then I looked it up, and there was no really celebrity status. I got a LinkedIn, and I got the information that he apparently is a broadcaster on the other stations that are not associated with iHeartMedia.
I was more impressed with Radio Michael 7 being on the commercial than
You never
anything
saw
that guy accomplished. No.
Oh man, I think we had like a YouTube link we were sending around on all of our text threads when that came out.
That's great. I like that. Radio Michael 7's fantastic.
He's a good man. Good man.
I said, of course he worked at Home Depot because he always has like.
Ace Hardware.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's a big no. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Ace Hardware. Because he always pulls out these stories. I'm like, man, how many places? He's like Dylan. He's like, how many places do you work at?
Yeah, and it's a damn pilot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, how do you have time to fit all of this into your day? When is this all occurring? What's happening here?
Is he still television, Michael 7? He
I
still
think
make
so.
that upgrade?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good guy.
I believe he's going to be helping
Karaoke
us,
Michael 7?
And when I say helping us, I mean running the show for Just Okay 8.
Oh, he's ready. He's got his earpiece. He's got his clipboard. He's got his. He's working on the invoice right now. So
yeah. Well, it's an important part of it, I guess. I just, when it comes down to the events that we do, like Just Okay, it's so nice to be able to have people that can run the show, so that you don't have to focus on all of those things. And the first couple of Just Okays that we didn't have anybody. We didn't have anybody help with anything.
And I was like, my girlfriend will be joining this year, and I'm like, you're not gonna see much of me, even if you physically in front of you. Like, I am dead in the eyes because of how much we are doing leading up to that event. And if it wasn't for people like Radio Michael 7 and the staff over at, did we announce it? We announced where it's going to be, right?
Yeah, Plaza Live. Yeah, we were talking about
the staff over at the Plaza Live, then I don't know, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I think all of us would be.
I mean, one thing that's so funny is now everything's professional with Just Okay, and we put together a pretty good product. But the first couple that we did, like we did one at the place called the Cheyenne Saloon, as a famous venue in town.
Almost burned it down.
And when we were doing this one, we had somebody cater for VIP, and they put out this whole big thing of food. And you monsters, some of you, I'm watching as VIP goes to the catering line, and nobody said there was like a limit, so they stacked their plates.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A foot high. They were like stacking food on food on food on food from the buffet.
So embarrassing for us.
And the buffet ends up running out of food. So while we're getting ready and getting acts ready and stuff, I had to get on the phone and order 20 pizzas from some pizza place. And
but now you have points for days, Sean.
No, I don't remember. It was like a local place or something. I don't even know what the hell was going on. But now, finally, we are lucky to have people to help us out, like Radio Michael 7. So
I'm
we're
so
excited
pumped
about
for this year, man. It's going to be a real fun ass show.
I'm also pumped for this.
I'm ready for the switch from Christmas themed everything to St. Patrick's because people are still going to dress up. I know that.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I mean, look, it's a drinking event anyways, but we're just going to ramp that up even more. E-Fresh Rock says, Just Okay's at Plaza Live again. The newly refurbished, completely
renovated,
completely renovated Plaza Live from the bottom up, basically. They took it down to like the floorboards and the walls. I don't know. They took it down to construction. They took it down to the bones of the place and built it out from there. And so it's a whole new venue, essentially. And I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposed to be fantastic. There is another story about a scooter company going out of business. Bird this time is filing for Chapter 11.
They got a lot of scooters lying around.
Do they have them here in town?
Yeah.
Do they have Birds?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
thought I had seen them. They said they are entering a financial restructuring process. They say they don't expect this to impact riders, but it is an issue for them right now. They're filing for bankruptcy, which you don't ever want to happen. Regarding HOAs, as mentioned earlier, there's a bill. This one is in Florida. For those of you in Texas and New York and elsewhere, this may not apply, but I hope it does at some point. And maybe you got even better situations in your states, but State Representative Kristen Arrington is hoping the second time's a charm for two bills she filed against Homeowners Association. HB 59 gives all homeowners a one-time notification of their rules, restrictions, and covenants, making sure they know what they're working with. That sounds like it's like the least you could do, an HOA could do. You have to make people aware of the rules and restrictions before you fine them for them. And then HB 431, which is sponsored by Florida Senator Victor Torres, would cap fines for violations at $500. Currently, it's $1,000, but they want to bring that down to the power of the HOA will only be able to fine you $500, which, if you're going to have an HOA, I think it should at least be limited like that. All right. There's a lot going on, by the way, with the U.S. Defense Secretary. This is really, really a strange story. Now, when somebody in the United States presidential cabinet, when they are sick, when they go to the hospital, when anything happens to them medically, you are informed about it, and the person who's like second in line behind them is usually sworn into their position, takes over. None of that happened for the U.S. Defense Secretary, this guy Lloyd Austin. And I'm really unclear about a bunch of things. They said this was some sort of elective procedure that he underwent. And then they said he had some severe pain and had to be rushed to the hospital. He was in the hospital for as long as a week, and not even the president of the United States, Joe Biden, knew that the defense secretary was rushed to the hospital. Nobody was sharing this information. And
what would have happened if, there was some sort of action somewhere?
I don't know. It would have been bad because you have to go down the line, and the defense secretary is a very powerful position. And they are not saying anything about why there was this medical procedure, what this medical procedure was. It says staff said President Joe Biden was exasperated at not being informed of this hospitalization more quickly. And they're looking into what exactly happened here. And we'll see. I guess they're kind of making up behind the scenes, but things not going extremely well. Well, we have a moment or two. Let's hear here's Maui talking about Danny G.
Oddly enough, Sean, my 13-year-old daughter watches Danny Gonzalez a lot. I enjoy watching.
I'm a cool girl.
Some of his YouTuber friends.
You've said that like 3 times today.
He really has.
Somebody
Did you got a 13-year-old daughter and you have a very similar taste in YouTube viewership?
It's getting weird now. I don't know. I'm kind of being made uncomfortable by this whole thing. Somebody's talking about Cat Williams, which I enjoy the Cat Williams drama. I'm enjoying watching this go down. Cat
and
Williams
what did I say when we talked about it last week? It's all marketing.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Because
he's just admitted to it.
Yeah, he's got a stand-up, and he just went in to do one interview with Shannon Sharp, the football pro and commentator now for NFL games. He and Cat Williams sat down. I think the video last I saw had like 15 million plus views because he was going after everybody. Damn. And one of the things I thought was funny was he went after Ice Cube, and he said on the set of Next Friday, he was upset because there was going to be a rape of one of the characters. And he said, that's not funny in a movie or anything else, even if it's the bad guy that it's happening to. He said, in the world of comedy, it's not a topic that you can juice a lot of jokes out of. And
does a man not have rape jokes?
Well, I don't know if he does or doesn't, but he was saying this. And Ice Cube did a video where he responded to all of the stuff that Cat Williams said. And essentially, he just said he's not lying.
Oh,
essentially, Ice Cube's video, which don't watch it because it was so boring.
Okay.
Ice Cube's video. Ice Cube makes this video. Oh, my God. Pull it up, Celia, just so we can play 5 seconds of it so people can see how boring it is. I think Ice Cube Twitter is probably where you'll find it because I know he's fairly active over there. Ice Cube Xer. He comes out and he's addressing this and he's like, hey, y'all, Ice Cube here. Want to talk about the Cat Williams stuff. And I'm going, oh, my God.
I mean, you know why? Because his publicist was like, you got to address it.
You have to address it. And
you got an album coming out.
He said Cat Williams wasn't lying.
You want to hear this?
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't curse.
Let's cross our fingers.
All right.
When I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, Cat, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Cat
Oh,
so
my
dope in the movie.
God.
Yeah,
The
it's
money
slow.
might have-
It just goes on like that for a while. How
I
long
could
is that
fall
one?
asleep to that.
This is it was a TikTok video, so it's 41 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, the full one was like 8 minutes or something. It was very long.
So he's basically saying Cat Williams said that Ice Cube was mad that there was a rape in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ice Cube came out and said he's right.
No. Cat Williams was upset by this, and he said that Ice Cube should take that out of the movie because the movie will be much better without that in it. And they were going back and forth. And the thing that's been kind of amazing is Cat Williams just opened fire on everybody, and nobody has said that he was wrong. Nobody's been like, he lied on my name. Oh, well, he just did a freestyle rap back, didn't he?
He did, but to, claim that I don't know. I'm going to get it wrong if I try to sum it up for you right now. But he did negate what he said.
Okay.
In a freestyle rap inside of his fancy car.
BDMP says, don't watch this video. Sean immediately plays video. Well, you get it. All right, when we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. This is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I got 2 rows of teeth right now.
You don't want the nub photo.
My mom's nubs fell out, and I saw my mom's nubs, and they're rough.
You don't want to see the nub photo.
Ross saw his mom's nub.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Ian Cassette with your Central Florida forecast. For the rest of your Monday, temperatures will remain comfortable with a high of 69 degrees under overcast skies. There is a chance of a few showers here through this evening and again overnight with a low around 63 degrees. Tuesday will be a Fox 35 storm alert day with a powerful cold front expected to swipe through Central Florida by late afternoon. Around 5 to 6, we could see some strong storms bringing damaging winds and isolated tornado risk. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Ian Cassette.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. New year, new hiring needs? Indeed's end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kid's day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I want Tom who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Ugh, PB&J again.
Moms, you've got a lot on your mind. Packing a lunch shouldn't be stressful. FreshFromFlorida.com can help. They have plenty of quick, delicious lunch and snack ideas to freshen up lunchtime. Simply look for the Fresh from Florida logo where you shop for locally grown, in-season fruits and veggies to please even the pickiest eater.
PB&J again. With Florida strawberries? Thanks, Mom.
Packing lunches has never been easier. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
Scottish Highland Games are for everyone. Why? Athletics, bagpipes, rock and Celtic bands, dancing, food, Scottish beer. Did I say beer? Shopping, games for the wee ones, and border collies. The Central Florida Scottish Highland Games, January 13th and 14th, Central Winds Park in Winter Springs. FLAscot.com. Scottish Highland Games are for you.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind and the Under Oath podcast. Here's some more free advice. After you get into a car accident or experience any other injury, you cannot imagine what the insurance companies will do to fight your claim. They will go through your social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other site you post on. They will use photos of you smiling to suggest you were not injured, that your life has not been impacted, all to avoid paying your medical expenses. Be careful when you post online. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like 70s Rock Ride, a commercial-free station featuring the best in 70s rock. Just search 70s Rock Ride and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Wawa has pizza. Get $5 off pizza when you order in the Wawa app or on your favorite delivery app starting at 4 p.m. Gotta have a Wawa.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate you. Truly, we do. And if you missed any of the show, you can get all caught up by going over to thenewsjunkie.com and subscribing to the podcast. It's right there. You can subscribe on iHeartRadio or any other different platform wherever you're comfortable listening to the show. Let's do the final dispatch of the day. Let's see what we got. Somebody's dispatching about Epstein, and I don't know about that.
Okay.
Here is, all right, we want to hear the Epstein one? Let's see what they said. This is Flip talking about Epstein.
So you're on your buddy's island.
No, we already did this. We already heard from that. All right, let's work in another one. Here is Swilly joining us.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hey.
So, Sean, I know you're a T-shirt and jeans kind of guy, and I'm right there with you. I love me a good pair of khakis and a V-neck T-shirt. It's kind of my uniform. But there is something that slaps, as the kids say.
What's that?
About dressing fancy. So I've got myself a slate gray 3-piece suit with a deep wine button up and a skinny black tie, and man, I'll tell you, when I put that thing on, I feel like a Disney villain. I'll send a picture, a photo dispatch of me and my brother Big T. We got all dressed up to check out the Speakeasy a couple months ago. But yeah, dressing down is fun, but dressing up
even
hits
better.
Different.
I just can't do it. I'm not prepared for it. I saw a guy this weekend, and I took a picture of him.
Fun weekend.
Let me show you. This is the gentleman in question. He came into the bar wearing these, and thought it was a brave footwear choice.
I got to tell you, that was on my Amazon list of funny gifts to give people.
Are those...
Those are fish.
Is that a Sweetwater 420 kind of thing? Or is that the Big Mouth Billy Bass?
No.
Just bass slippers.
Just fish. And he was wearing these in public, just wandering around in his bass flip-flops.
Was he aware you were taking a picture of him?
I said, sir, your shoes are ridiculous. Might I take a picture of them? And he said, yes, no problem.
Cool.
And I took a picture and then posted them online so everybody could talk about him. But, yeah, I mean, they're fish. They're fish on your feet. It's a weird choice, but I guess it works for some folks. Maybe I'll put that up on See It Now as well, so you can check that out over on thenewsjunkie.com. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut to wrap everything up today. Don't forget, everybody, March 16th at Plaza Live, Just OK 8. We want you to be there. It is going to be an absolute blast. More details are on the way. Tickets before you know it. Just don't miss out on it. All right. A woman is calling out the food on their 9-month Royal Caribbean cruise. This is Alexandra, who is on this cruise.
Oh, man. If you were on a cruise for 9 months, you've tasted everything on the boat, right?
Yep, you're done with
so.
it. You're bored of it. There's an interesting thing that happens. You guys definitely both know this. I know that you both know this. When you work at a restaurant or go there really often, the people who work at a restaurant hardly ever want to eat the food from there. They're just bored of it. And they come up with like behind-the-scenes concoctions.
Without a doubt.
And
I've had so many different kinds.
Like cool hacks that they have, like, oh, you mix this with this, and oh man,
there are some restaurants that have put things on the menu that were employee creations, like hacking stuff together. I want to say the snack wrap was one of those, but I don't know. But I know there was a thing at Tijuana Flats that was like that was made in the back by somebody who was bored.
Yeah, those are the best things sometimes because they've tried all the things that are actually on the menu, and then they go, you know what, we're done with this. We're bored of this. Let's try to see if we can take it up a notch here.
Okay, but this is what that lady gets for going on a 9-month cruise, okay?
I know.
I love the idea. It's like, I can afford it. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to complain. How long has she been on it?
She's been on it for several months now.
Oh, okay.
And she says the food looks like it was made in an easy bake oven. That's her criticism of the Royal Caribbean food. And I have to be honest, the stuff that she showed on her TikTok account did look pretty damn bad. I put those shoes up as I'm saying this. As I was talking, I put them up on See It Now. So check those Bass shoes. That makes them sound better than they are. Over at thenewsjunkie.com. What else do we got here? The stories that didn't make the cut brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. Go check them out. nationstrucks.com. Big trucks, little trucks, medium trucks, any kind of truck you might want. It's right there on the lot for you. Start your journey to that new truck you deserve over at thenewsjunkie.com. The Supreme Court will be deciding if Trump can be kept off 2024 presidential ballots. That's a very big thing because if a state is successful in keeping him off the ballot there, it's not going to be a good thing. Then they'll claim that all this was unjust and blah, blah, blah. I hope the Supreme Court says he should be able to be on the ballot in all these states. And then if he loses, right? And that's the way you should do. You should beat people fair and square. That is not going to be seen by people as fair at all. A record 1/3 of Japan's unmarried adults under 50 have never dated anybody in their life. 1/3.
Where did this happen?
This happened in a far-flung Asian country by the name of Japan.
I can't hear anybody say Japan anymore. I know there's other listeners that go through this, but it was something happened. I was watching Top Chef over the weekend, and somebody said Japan, and I was like, oh, never mind, not a word.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, January 6, 2024. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this guy right here.
Just take those
Bob Seger. That's right. Bob Seger forgot to credit himself for the lyrics on Old Time Rock and Roll. Why? Well, he didn't think anybody would like the song. And he was disgusted years later when he saw it used in a Hardee's commercial. He said, how could this happen? I wouldn't be disgusted by that Hardee's payout. I'm sure he got some monies for it. That's not so bad. Today I learned Keith Hernandez, the baseball player and Seinfeld star, testified before a federal grand jury in September 1985. He said an estimated 40% of MLB players used cocaine at the time. Even the Pittsburgh Pirates mascot, the Pirate Parrot, was implicated for buying cocaine at the time. So,
come on.
Yes, a lot of people were enjoying
Exciting
themselves.
times. Having
a little bit of fun. Today, I learned the author of the thriller book called The Four Just Men offered a $500 prize to whoever guessed the killer's name. But he forgot to state that there would only be one winner. The book became a bestseller, and it bankrupted him as he was legally bound to pay every reader who answered correctly. And today I learned this band.
Rage Against the Machine.
That's right. Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello, the guitarist for Rage Against the Machine, attended Harvard for college, where he won the Ivy League Battle of the Bands with Carolyn Bertozzi, a 2022 Nobel Prize laureate, playing keyboards alongside Tom Morello. There you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. And thank you. We'll see you later, everybody.
You know you do what they told ya. You know you do what they told ya.